She was just there for the season.
Mic check. Let me open
So keep it going.
Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 118.
118.
Well, Spanish getting good, man. I gotta give you props, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Kitty T is in the building. OT is in the building.
Don't check me, check your blind spot.
Yeah. Smooth was in the goddamn building. What's happening?
It's gonna be one of them ones. I'm D Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast. How you fellas doing on this glorious evening?
Great, man. Might put up 30 today.
Cool. You thinking about it?
I'm just ready. I'm ready to do some other things.
Ready to argue?
Yeah.
Ready to do some other things.
I'm ready to argue with Ken today. We ain't argued in a while.
Oh shit!
I ain't saying nothing all day today.
No. You was cooking last part. We need that same energy.
Real right. Well, we got some topics.
I don't know about cooking.
No. Crack up one of the beatboxes.
And turn up, huh?
I'm drinking water, so yeah.
I'm drinking the finest beatbox in existence.
I gotta get ready for later.
Oh, ready for later. When you say ready for later, what exactly are you speaking to?
To go to bed.
Before I go to bed, it's gonna be a very light turn up.
And going to sleep at 6 o'clock.
Okay, man, you gotta pray for Grandpa.
7.
But before we do all of that, man, we got some arguments to get into. Top of the docket. You gotta say this clip about 20 times. 50 Cent's son. If y'all are familiar with their relationship, it's been chaotic, toxic. 50 so much so 50 done cut him off, in terms of like caring about him and wanting to build that father-son relationship. 50 done just gave up on that, man. He basically saying, hey, that dude is a stranger to me. I don't know nothing about none of that. So recently he was on live, his son, and he was speaking to, the child support arrangement that's set up. And he was talking about a number, $6,700 that he gets a month. Just hearing that number, right, it's just like, oh, okay, he's solid, he good.
Tax-free,
but not according to him. And we're going to get into the explanation as to why.
It's $6,700 a month.
Okay. And I can't buy socks?
$6,700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math. I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail for it.
Talking about somebody that has problems with everybody. You can't just live in any neighborhood. $81K is not a substantial lot of money. You're talking about you got beef with everybody in the industry. You can't just live anywhere.
And if he's contributing $6,700, that means your mom's got the other half. It ain't just for him to just fucking take care of you. He giving up $6,700. Where's her $6,700 to go with his? Now y'all got $1,200, $1,300, now $13,000 a month.
Oh my! If I told you right now, right, you got to start your life over right now with $6,700 a month and rebuild your life.
Yes.
Can you do it?
Yes.
With $6,700, I can.
You
with
have nothing.
$6,700, yes, I can. I'm from the. I'm from either or budget. $6,700, I'm good.
That's what I'm saying. Comparing it to yourself.
With 2 kids.
Listen, Choke. I jumped out of a burning house, brother. I had nothing.
Okay.
I know what it feels like to have nothing, all right? And I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like that ain't a lot of money, but it's a lot of people here watching right now. And girls that's getting $200 a month child support. $100, $50 a month. I'm telling you, they watching right now, bro.
$6,700 a month in child support, and it's not enough. I just want to get y'all take on.
No wonder he cut him off. You still get child support after 18?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What type of arrangement they got set up.
Oh, damn. And you had to jump out of burning house. Your mom ain't have no house insurance or nothing?
$6,700.
Oh, he's trying to say that he's the man of the house, so he got to build.
No.
Obviously, he ain't no man.
If you the man of the house, you would have got a job and you would have did what you had to do. You ain't lose your job, you just lost your house.
He ain't trying to work either. Clearly. Because if I $600-700 on top of whatever I'm gonna make, like, nigga, you good.
You ain't gotta live in New York. You ain't gotta live there. That's $6,700 wherever you go.
$80K. That's $81K. 81.
61. Hey, what is it? 61 or 67?
$6,700.
$6,700 down here in Texas, boy. You beat, boy.
Living nice.
For himself
out here, boy.
For by
himself
yourself.
a month.
Hey, tax free.
Not working.
Tax free.
Tax free.
In New York, that's good. A month? Come on, fam. A 1 bedroom? Oh, you got to pay for your mom, too.
He trying to stay in Manhattan.
What is it? What is it? What are we doing here? What is we doing? Is we supporting you or you supporting you and your mom?
But I'm assuming he was alluding to, like, I guess, because of his pops, he be in danger sometimes, maybe.
Yeah.
So he got to live in a certain
Who in
neighborhood.
the streets gonna touch him? The whole streets know, hey, 50 don't fuck with him. 50 don't care about none of that. The whole streets know that.
How do we know?
50 just had, 50 just had an interview. The dude asked him about his kid, if his kid came to apologize and all that. He say, shit, we'll go to dinner. He got to pay for it. That should tell you, hey, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of this. This all on you. You want to apologize, it's all on you. You die here tomorrow, hey, bro, it's all on you. Like, come on, man.
I don't know.
You ain't living in no danger. He acting like he the one running around with the strap. He acting like his daddy still killing niggas or had beefing with niggas real tough like that. He beefing with industry cats. He ain't in the hood beefing. You can live anywhere.
Well, nah, that's not true.
Man,
that's not
come
true.
on.
I got to stop you right
Come
there.
on, man. So you saying he can't go live in Brooklyn? He can't go live in the Bronx?
I'm saying that he can't just go live wherever he want to go. 50 got beef with Preem. 50 got beef with Jimmy Henchman. 50 got beef with Haitian. He got beef with real gangsters that are still breathing.
And his son been in New York his whole life and still ain't been touched by none of them.
No, his son been in. I think they Krew was in Connecticut.
Well, why he moved from Connecticut? He moved from Connecticut
because the house burned down. That's what he said. Man.
To move to New York and complain about a free 6,700? Man, if he don't go sit his motherfucking ass down, boy.
But it's just this though. Let me give you context. Jimmy Henchman, who was an infamous gangster, legend, got Pac shot, all of that other stuff, right? 50 and them was beefing, right? Tony Yayo, who's part of G Unit, part of 50's, camp, called his son out, slapped the shit out of his son. Just because he just randomly caught him out on the street somewhere, slapped the shit out of his son.
Hold on, slap the shit out of whose son?
Jimmy Henchman's son. So as repercussion for that, Jimmy Henchman sent somebody to kill somebody that was a part of G Unit, Maserati Fox. So that's the like level of that beef. So when you say, he could just live anywhere, nah, he can't.
He can live anywhere, bro.
Because regardless of what their relationship is, that's still 50's son. And if I'm beefing with 50, if we do something to him,
beef his whole bloodline.
Right. That's just, you know what I'm saying? So that's still a way to get to him. So I get that point. But $6,700 a month, it's like Kenny said, you don't have to live in New York. That's your choice. But most kids getting $400, $300 a month, if that, $500.
No, they're not even getting that.
They're getting $48.
Hey, $100, bro. $100, bro.
Yeah. For real.
So it's that situation.
And that's a month.
Plus he's 20-something years old, I think 25, 24, something like that, years old. It's time for you to get off your ass and go make your own money. Why is your daddy still having to fund your life? Don't get me wrong. Like, if he chooses to contribute to it and whatever the case may be, then that's cool. But you should still be, at this point, bringing your own income in one way or another. But if he just want to be spoon-fed.
If he was smart, he would have started bringing his own income in, and his daddy would have fed in right to it. Because his dad like money. His dad like investments. Oh, my son out here getting this? Oh, yeah, I'm going to support him whatever he need. Oh, you need this? Cool. But nah, he just want a handout. He just want spoon-fed, go party, come back home, suck his mama titty, and then go back.
That's what it sound like.
Hey, 25 years old, to be exact.
He want that bread just off the strength.
Which was the whole issue that 50 had with his moms. He was giving her a lot of money, had bought her own house, had bought her own, luxury trucks and this, that, and third. So they was good, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's never enough. So she'll be, I think 50 said like dude had like 100 and something pairs of shoes in his house, but because 50 didn't want to buy him the latest Jordan ones that came out, he ain't contributing, he ain't a good father, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. But that's his mom's in his ear saying that. Demand this from your daddy, get this from your daddy, da da da. So that's how the tension even started. Because 50 say even despite all of the arguments and stuff, he was still looking out for still looking out for him. He don't have to give him a damn thing, if we're gonna be honest here. But, again, it's never enough. And the funniest part about that video was when he said, well, yeah, 6,700, first off, 6,700 to be enough, but let's just say that it ain't. 50 giving 6,700, your mom's supposed to give 6,700. That combined is 13,400 a month. right? So you should be able to live good off that. But your mom's is not contributing anything, no? And then he switched the subject. He didn't respond to that. And that's the issue that I be taking with shit like this. Cause let's take it away from superstars, whatever the case may be, just dads in general, right? That child support money he giving me ain't enough to do nothing. It's not supposed to be. You're supposed to be supplementing that with your contribution. So if I'm paying your mortgage, I'm paying your rent, and I'm sending my son cash and clothes whenever he needed, what the hell are you doing? How are you contributing to this situation? But that question is never asked or deep dived into. There's always what the dad is not providing. No, you, his mother, you should be providing some shit too. Because if he's in good schools, who paying for that? Damn sure not you. So let me get this straight. I'm paying for where y'all live. I'm paying for what y'all drive. I'm paying for what my kid wears. And I'm paying for the additional cash that's going into his pockets. And you calling me for anything. You calling me for a pair of shoes that... What? So, again, but that's how a lot of these dynamics are set up. The mom gets into the child's head, and teaches him to hate his dad.
Unless it's a gift involved.
Unless it's a gift. And then now we got this.
You only there when you need to give him something. You ain't there emotionally
right.
to give him the fatherly qualities. What is it? You want money, you want fatherly qualities, you want to be together, but you don't want to act right. I don't know.
Can't win. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just hate seeing that type of thing.
Yeah, you can't wrap it up. Go to Chop Shop.
So that boy getting 17%.
Coach, kill it. Play with it.
Get it out. Vacuum it out. What they say? Vacuum it out.
Choreo.
That's sad, man. It really is.
I should laugh about that.
But
disregard. I didn't say that.
Disregard it. You did not hear what you thought you heard. But like we always say, man, prayers to all parties involved, man. We're gonna keep this thing moving. There was another clip that was sent to us. It was entitled, "Men Don't Chase Love in a Relationship. They should chase purpose." Gonna play the clip. I wanna get y'all take on the breakdown.
Man has to constantly be moving towards his goal and his vision in order for his woman to respect him. A man is not supposed to chase love in a relationship. A man is supposed to chase purpose in a relationship. The woman chases the love in a relationship. The moment those dynamics become opposite, then they no longer attract. A man has to constantly be moving towards his goal.
I done ran it back on accident.
Oh, damn.
A man should not chase love in a relationship. A man should be chasing his purpose. Chasing love is basically a woman's job. That's essentially what he's saying. And he's saying once that dynamic gets reversed, the relationship is ruined. What's your thoughts on that?
I would agree. I get what he's saying. I mean, we're talking about all the time where you'll be in a relationship and when you're not doing what you're supposed to, basically when you don't have your head on your shoulders, when you're not grinding, head down, boots to the ground, 100 miles an hour. When you're doing your thing, that's when she notices you more. That's when she kind of falls into your game plan, your program, whatever you want to call it. But when you focus more on her, that's when she's like, okay, well, you got a little time for me. I can kind of finagle my way and do this and do that. Let's try to, she'll try to play games with you in a sense. But versus when you all the way about yourself in a sense, not yourself, but in a relationship, you got your end goal in mind, knowing what you want to do. Then it's less distractions. Now she is more concerned about you. Now she's trying to help and figure out where she can fit in to speed this process up. But when it's all about her, it's a little bit different. So I feel what he's saying.
A man should never chase love in his relationship. He should chase his purpose at all times. Chasing love is a woman's responsibility.
I know you want to be loved. You want to feel it.
That's a fact.
For sure. But
I ain't trying to be in hustle mode all day, every day, bro. That's how we die early. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in hustle mode, grind mode all day, and I don't allow myself to feel nothing, how you gonna be emotionally available for your kids and all that shit? How you gonna be able to teach them something? Because you got to be emotionally available to teach anything. Can't teach things out of you stressing or out of you just straight hustling and all this type of shit. Your kids may not be like that. Your kids may not even respond like that. Especially if you coming from the trenches, your kids will never understand what they even feel like what you talking about because they don't know how you grew up. You could tell them all day, but they don't feel that shit. They don't feel none of that. So I agree with it a little bit, but in the sense of all day, every day, hell no. Hell no. I want to be loved too, nigga. I want to be on my deathbed looking around like, all right, everybody in here love me. I don't want to be on my deathbed and be like, why this snake ass nigga in here? You get what I'm saying? I was just arguing with this motherfucker last week. I don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? I want to know when it's my time to go, I can look around the room and everybody in there respect me and love me to death. Mm-hmm. And I do the same. You get what I'm saying? And you can't do that if you all about yourself all day.
Mm-hmm. So he's saying chase your purpose first and then love?
No, he's saying a man shouldn't chase love at all within his relationship. A man should chase purpose at all times. He said once he begins to chase love, which is the woman's job, then the dynamics are backwards and it's going to ruin the relationship.
What's the purpose of a relationship?
Exactly.
It's a great question.
I don't know. That's all I can say to that. What's the purpose of a relationship? If you ain't in it for love, what you in it for?
You know what I'm saying? That means you shouldn't have no woman. You shouldn't have nobody. Don't have no kids. Don't have nothing.
I could get it if he said chase your purpose first and then find your purpose first and then find love. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. I hope that's what he was meaning. Mm-hmm. But say never chase love. Chase your purpose. Chase purpose in a relationship. I don't know.
Yeah, see, he's talking about within the confines of a relationship, not the stuff leading up to it. Once you're in the relationship, a man should be chasing his purpose at all times, and it's the woman's job to chase love. So if the man begins to chase love, y'all both chasing love, then that's going, like I said, it's going to create dysfunction within the relationship, and the relationship is going to end. That's his take on it.
I mean, I kind of get what he's saying by that, though.
I'm not even with that at all.
Exactly.
I feel it.
The relationship is about love. Y'all growing love together. Y'all growing intimate time together. Y'all mentally being there for each other. Y'all chase the same purpose, the same end goal once y'all in a relationship. That's supposed to be a bond, not a one do one part, the other one do the other part. If I'm the only one in there chasing love, I'm always chasing you to love me. That's what you're asking a woman to do, is always chase this thing to love her, while he out here chasing something else except for her, and he in a relationship with her. That's foul play right there.
How that look to your kids?
He won't even have love for kids. Because that's
all I'm saying, bro.
I don't think he meant it. I hope he didn't mean it that way.
I think he did, because I think it's in line with what we heard Andrew Tate say before. Like the dad shouldn't be there 24/7. Whether it be within a relationship or whether it be raising the kids. The dad should come around every now and again, drop off some gems or whatever the case may be, but the child should see the dad hustling, going to get money. Like they both come, sounds to me like they both come from that same school of red pill thought.
Man, I've seen my dad hustle all his life, from military to moving to being a goddamn car salesman to goddamn not working in a plant, and all the time he spent time with me. He bought me everything I needed. Other than that, he was at all my games, coached me. Whatever I need, track, ran cross country. AAU, USA tracks, I ran around the country. He was there. And anybody else there, he was there. That's what I remember. I got all the gifts. I get nice gifts. I get whatever I want most of the time because I got good grades. But, he tried to spoil me a little bit. But he was still always there for my events, and that's what I remember most. He still spent time with me and wants to spend time with me. It's not that he has to be there. He makes time to say, hey, let's go do this. Mm-hmm. Those are things your kids remember, at least I think. Mm-hmm. They might say, oh, yeah, my dad bought, when PlayStation and Nintendo 64 both came out, I had both of them on Christmas Day while he was in the military. But, that's nice, but I still remember those times when we had the track meet. He there coached me around the corner. Hey, I hear his voice. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that matter mostly to kids, at least I think. Because the PlayStation shit, that shit gone now. But that time is precious, man.
Here's a question. Do you think the same thing applies to within your relationship with your woman?
Being there for her? Yes, most definitely. You could buy a Louis bag, cool. But when she got that company meeting, company party, picnic, or that fundraising event, and all the other women's husbands are there, and she's like, where's your husband at? Oh, he couldn't make it. Mm-hmm. This is a special moment for this woman, and you ain't there. That means a lot. I didn't went through it. I didn't done it. I didn't pick the flag football game over being at an event. But that's another story for another time.
It wouldn't even work?
But I learned my lesson. This, you want to be honest on this podcast. I mean, you learn your lesson from things like that, and it takes moments like that for you to be like, damn, I really fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what she really matter. You go buy everything, a new car or whatever, but you're not there for a most important event with a group of people there. Mm-hmm. Nah, it ain't gonna fly. Mm-hmm. At least, and that's from my perspective.
That's my only thing about it, bro. Like, not like you not giving the other side what they need. You know what I'm saying? Which is throwing your family dynamic off. That's the only thing.
Say again here. Let me give some more context from their side. Because again, I agree with what y'all saying 100%. But I just want to propose their argument properly. Mm-hmm. I think the line of thinking that they lean into is that your woman's purpose should be you. Mm-hmm. In terms of ensuring that you are on your purpose and ensuring that you accomplish everything you need to, because she benefits on the back end of that. Financially. Right?
That's an old school way of thinking.
Exactly. So again, that's the line of thinking that they come from. So when he says that, he's saying that, in terms of the purpose of the relationship, the man is the engine that makes it go. The man should be out there chasing money. The man should be out there chasing career. The woman should be taking care of the home, taking care of the kids. And then if he needs help in terms of counsel with what he has going on, she should be able to provide that as well. And it's not that the man is just disregarding your dreams completely. It's just the fact that that man feels like you would serve this family unit in a more beneficial way by supporting me. Instead of you spending time going to do what you do, I'm spending time going to do what I do. We're not spending as much time with the kids. The kids are not getting the, what I'm saying? So that's their line of thinking. Mm-hmm. So when he says that, it's like, I get it, but like I always say, we're not in 1940 no more. We're not in 1950 no more. So if that's the case, then you need to find a woman that's in line with that thinking, and then y'all go rock out. Mm-hmm. But that's not what happens a lot of times. A lot of times they'll find a woman who's ambitious, or they'll find a woman who wants a career or has dreams, and they'll clash trying to mold her into a traditional woman or change her into a traditional woman when that's not who she wants to be. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, but ridicule her for wanting to chase her dreams by calling her masculine, or by saying that, she's not feminine, or she, wouldn't make a great mother, great wife, whatever the case may be. So I think it's more so that line of thinking just doesn't believe that women should go chase dreams that work outside of the parameters of what that man's purpose is.
You know what I'm starting to see about that red pill community shit? I don't even know what the call it. But you know what I'm starting to see, bro? Like, they don't, I think they want to suppress the modern woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want the modern woman to compete with them, and
it's because they ain't got shit going on.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? To have things and all that type of shit there. Like, hey, my boy, that ship has sailed. These women is out here competing and learning to compete. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna take a little bumpy ride for them to check their emotions and learn how to turn that shit off like we do, and turn that shit on and off like we do. But I guarantee you, next generation of women under them will learn that, and they will be on equal footing with us. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they still a little behind, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, with the next generation of women coming up under them, that they gonna be raising, that these modern women gonna be raising, they gonna see the flaws in their parents. Oh, she don't know how to turn the emotion shit off when she under a dude. I can hustle and still turn that shit off when I come home. When you find that woman, when that type of women is all over the place, it will be a different playing field for men. And a lot of men not gonna be able to handle that, because they still gonna feel like these women should be under them, like every other ethnic group out here. Well, we not no other ethnic group out here.
You know what they would argue to that?
Well,
is that's why we're behind those ethnic groups that you're speaking of. Because a lot of their dynamics are more in line with that red pills line of thinking that I just gave. If you look at Asians, if you look at the other folk, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's their way of doing things.
My rebuttal would be to that is, well, every other ethnic group of men has resources, true resources, not just monetary value, not just some job that you can be fired from. All these other ethnic groups own something that they can't be fired from.
And the top of the top. And they would argue the reason that they're in that position is because the man was allowed to unapologetically chase his purpose with no distractions. Everybody in the household contributed to that man to go achieve what he can achieve, and now they have generational wealth because of it.
No, that has nothing to do with that. That has nothing. If it was their decision, none of us would have nothing. No people of color would have anything. If it was still a wish. Matter of fact, if the South would have gave the North some money, we'll still be slaves. That's the real truth. You know what I'm saying? If they just, hey boy, get them boys $100 million and tell them to get it together, boy, we'd be slaves today. We'd be slaves today. So you got to understand that when they set the rules up, it was never for us to ever play in it. Never. And the moment we start playing in it, they always change the rules. We find a crack in it, they change the rules and they make it illegal, or they make it difficult for us to get it. You know what I'm saying? Why you think black people never own a bank like that for real? A national bank. You'll never see a black person own a national bank. You'll never see a black person own Amazon, Walmart, Google, Facebook. You'll never see that. That's because the rules are set up for that. It ain't that it's because our women don't want to follow us. Your woman has nothing to do with your hustle. She gonna make you strong on the back end, but as far as your personal hustle, your woman has nothing. No one but yourself has nothing to do with that. But if the rules are designed for you not to ever touch that, I give a fuck how high you pushing. You will never touch that. Your skin ain't light enough, so we have to find another way to compete. Like every other person, like any sport. Like I cannot be stronger than this man in wrestling, but I could be more clever. I can be quicker. You know what I'm saying? Or he can be quicker than me and I'm stronger than him. All I got to do is pin him. It's different ways to attack the winning goal. We just got to learn to attack it. And the problem with us men, black men, we want to attack it like the rest of these other men out here when we not the rest of them. The rules not set up like that for us. So we got to find another way to attack it. And it might be, and it's looking like it's going to be with our women. That's what it's looking like it's going to be. And until we all understand that, we'll always be behind.
All right.
I got one more thing to add. I get what everybody's saying, and I disagree. Like I said, I just
they don't say nothing if you ain't disagreeing. Goddamn.
Shut up.
And then shit.
But I do.
If you want to argue, then argue.
But it's because I agree. It's not 100%. I don't agree about it should be just purpose and not love at all. That I totally understand because you still got love on your woman. But I do agree to where he's saying like, because it can't be where I'm chasing my purpose and you chasing your purpose and we both going full speed ahead. Because then I'm not going to find any love. You're not going to get any love. Children not going to get no love. Something like that. So it got to be some kind of balance some way. And like we always talk about, when you working and you grinding, like some things are going to get sacrificed at times. And during those times is when the other partner picks up that slack. So if I'm not there to nurture, that would be my woman's job, or vice versa, however they have it. Because, of course, it got women out here that's working hard, and the men, and not many, but, men holding down the household. Matter of fact, like the Kevin Hart movie that came out. He just had a movie where basically it kind of flipped roles. The woman, she was like a CEO. She was something. She was high ranking.
She was on the board.
And you know what I'm saying? He took care of the house. He was at all the PTA meetings, all the stuff that they would kind of put the woman's role in, he was doing. And so he was just showing like, one, it is possible, and two, how like it's different. And some things could be uncomfortable. People was kind of making fun of him. It was like, oh, you picking the kids up in the van, and like it was all stuff like that. So I get it, but it's chasing your purpose, and I think we as men just have to, one, stop putting vagina on the pedestal the way we do. And two, we do have to chase that purpose. Yes, give love back, but we still have to chase that purpose, because outside of that, you really not on your path like you're supposed to be. You're going to delay your progress. That's how I see it. So if you focus like you need to be, you can achieve what you should be achieving before you hit 30, instead of us coming into it, our later 30s and 40s and stuff like that. So if you have your head on straight early on, I think that would make a difference. So
yeah, I think just in terms of giving my take on it, I still hadn't gave my take on it. I had to argue
hurry the hell up.
side. But what I'm saying is this. I'm gonna take my fucking time.
take your time, Pastor.
Okay, I said I was gonna do no more cussing. But I would say this, that I agree with more of what Smooth is saying. And the reason is because we are behind by a wide margin. Right? So in order to close that gap as fast as possible, we need to make use of, our best assets in terms of getting there, combining and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact is that your woman, in my opinion, in this era, is more beneficial to you if she's out there chasing her career as well.
Mm-hmm.
If she's just sitting home and let's say she's helping me to mine, per se, right? But the average man still does not make enough money for us to close that gap in an expedient fashion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just reality. But if your woman is out there chasing her career as well and she bringing in a legitimate amount of money, you bringing in a legitimate amount of money, then we can climb out of poverty at a much faster rate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, sacrifices are going to have to be made, but that's part of the game if we're behind. Just like anything else, right? In sports or whatever the case may be. Like you may have an all-star running back, best in the league, but if we down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, we about to throw the ball. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So again, sacrifices have to be made to close the gap and do what it takes to get that win. And fact is that, again, like I always say, our black women are super intelligent. Mm-hmm. They are, very capable of going out there and attaining high value jobs. They are very educated. They are very, capable of going out there and making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But oftentimes that kind of pokes at most men's ego. And I feel like as men, like I just said, sacrifices have to be made. Sure, she's not going to be the traditional woman that you may want, right? But again, what is the goal here? Is the goal to close the gap with these other ethnicities that y'all constantly compare us to? Or is it to slow walk it there? See, me, I don't really believe in slow walking it there.
Mm.
I want us to get there as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? And with that money, even if we're not able to spend as much time with our kids or as much time with each other, we have the means to make sure that they're getting the nurturing and the education and the things that they need. It may not necessarily come from us all the way, but we have the means to hire a nanny. We have the means to hire an extra tutor if our kid falling behind in school. We have the means to put him in a football program or her in a dance program or whatever the case may be, to where she's getting those life lessons. May not be from us directly all the time, but they still getting them. So again, you got to ask yourself, like, what is the goal? Are we trying to close the gap with these other ethnicities, or are we just trying to fall back to traditional times and slow build it? Because if we do that, that's what it's going to be. Inflation is not going down anytime soon. Rent is not going down anytime soon. Groceries are not getting cheaper.
We'll never catch them
at all.
We'll never catch them.
Right. So if we depending on one man's income for this whole family, and this is the tutelage that we giving out. So now all of us are growing up under this tutelage.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take us forever to close that gap.
And then those type of men that want a traditional woman, you don't even have dick discipline. Hey, bro, we going to have 2 kids and that's going to be it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, slowing my life down, slowing our life down and all this shit. But y'all motherfuckers be wanting 5, 6 kids in this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, where your money going? All your money is going to the crib. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even do nothing else with your bread. And then that's making you stressed because you feel like, damn, I'm working this hard and all I'm doing is just putting it into the house.
Right.
You know, y'all motherfuckers don't even be thinking about that, bro. Like, all y'all think about, I just want me a traditional. I want me a woman that's just gonna be there because I got some bread and she gonna fall under my structure. Man, forget it. I want my wife to go get as much money. Hey, and then on top of that, it's much easier for women. It's much easier for women, especially if she's a smart woman and she look great, bro. It's much easier for her to get that job than you can. It's much easier for her to go in there, goddamn, and talk a good game because she look great. And everybody want. I give her what job you at. Everybody wants somebody that look great, can talk well, speak well. And most of the time, that's going to be women. That's just how it works, bro. So you got to learn to compete, adjust your game.
But my thing is, too, though, I don't think these women really want to work, though. In a sense, they want a traditional relationship. That's what I see. They want the man that makes a decent amount of money, but at the same time, they don't want their roles just being dumbed down to, I'm gonna say dumbed down, or even simplified to just being a housewife. It's like they still want more value without having to go out and work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. So it's like, where do we find that happy medium? Because with other ethnicities, what I see is it's still a lot of traditional roles in a sense, because she's picking them up, she's picking the kids up, bringing them to practice, taking them to school, all that stuff. I mean, because the gym be full of married women at 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning. That's stay-at-home moms that's taking care of the kids, doing all that stuff while the husband's going to work. That's what I see every day. And I've been at all over Houston. So it's different, you know what I'm saying, groups and everything. Now, in the lower communities, the lower income communities, you don't see that. Everybody going to work. Everybody getting to it. So, like, how do we get that kind of that happy medium to where everybody's happy? Because it seemed like a lot of men tired too from carrying all the load.
I tell you how is that those women that you speak of, they have to figure out what it is that they want. You just said, well, most of them don't want to work, but I don't want to just be seen as just a cog in his machine,
right?
Piece of his legacy. Well, you got to figure out what you want. Mm-hmm. It's like I said before, sacrifices have to be made.
I agree.
Figure out what it is that you want and make the sacrifices and accept the sacrifices that's going to come with it.
So look,
but you cannot have it both ways. You cannot say on one end that, hey, I don't want to go out there and make no money, and then on another end say I don't only want to be known as his wife.
Right. Exactly. Look, so 16% of all black men make over 100,000. Mm-hmm. Right. Out of that 16%, 83% of them marry black women. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me, shit, that 83%. All of them is married. That's what that says. That's exactly what that say.
I think it goes up.
So the odds of, you know what I'm saying? Your money go up, all this. So the odds of you, goddamn me, meeting this type of man and doing all that shit and he alone, bro, is slim to none. It's slim to none. You meet $100,000 dude, 9 times out of 10 he gonna be married. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works out here, especially if you're a black man. So if you want to goddamn have all this shit, pitch your hand. Pitch your hand. Use your beauty for something. Goddamn me, smarten up.
He make 100 booty instead of their beauty.
That's real shit. He making 100 racks. Hey, come in with a plan. Hey, bro, look, we can get this apartment right here. We can get it. You ain't gotta live in the hood. You making 100 racks. We can get this nice apartment. Pay about $2,000 a month. Don't have no kids for the next 2-3 years. Let me get this degree. Let me get this job. Then we can start this family. You know what I'm saying? Come to with a plan, bro, to progress y'all, not just you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you start doing it by yourself, bro, you ain't gonna get nowhere. We don't get nowhere when we do it alone. We the only race. We've been doing it by ourselves so long. Look at this shit. Look at what we got in front of us. Only thing we can buy when we get on, first thing we want to buy is some jewelry and a fly ass car.
Some J's.
You know what I'm saying? The other people get on, so they trying to buy another building for the business to progress some more money. You know what I'm saying? Let me get $10 million or the $5 million in revenue. Then I can go splurge on me something nice. And then they might go get them a yacht, something that's tangible. You know what I'm saying? Something that they can, if all shit go to hell, I can just sell this yacht and I'm back. We don't do shit like that. So we just got to find a different way to compete, all of us together, not just one side, and one side wanted like this. I want me a man to make this and I don't want to do this. Well, get out of here.
That's what it is, just working together.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want my woman to do this. You trying to control her with your money, fam. Just say that. Just say, man, I want to be able to control my woman with my money so where she don't leave me and put these kids in it. Just say that, bro. Just say that. Don't try to dress it up and make it look all pretty and shit. Say the real. Let's just keep it real, bro. Because if you want a traditional woman, that's what they was doing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you, if you go back in the day, or you ask y'all grandmothers that's still living, hey, if you had the choice, would you would have been with my grandfather that long? Or would you even talk to him if you had your own money? I bet you over 50% of the field be like, hell nah, boy, you wouldn't be here. I bet you. You get what I'm saying? But their livelihood was attached to men back in the day. It's not like that now. So adjust your game, bro.
Right, man. Hell of a conversation. We'll keep this thing moving. It's another clip that was sent to us. Says a man has to learn himself before dating to avoid getting manipulated. We're going to play the clip.
Bro, my G, go do work on self first. Get an understanding for what type of man you are before you go mix your life with a female, because she will manipulate and make you conform to what she want if you don't know what you want. I'm not saying you got to be already rich and successful, but you got to have your basics down packed as a man so that you have a stable datum, so you can even start, because you can't start to figure out what type of man you want to be and what you want out of life in survival mode. Survival mode is any type of season you living in where you don't have your basics together, meaning the basic you need to have under control in this motherfucking country in order to actually start thinking with what direction I want to go or what I want to do with myself. You hear me? It's hard to figure out goals and for the long-term future of your life when you don't know where your next meal gonna come from, when you don't know where your next dollar gonna come from necessarily, when you don't know, if I have a bad day, do I got enough cushion saved up? Like, am I gonna be put out if I argue with this like tonight? Like, you gotta really have some that is your own, that you feel secure in, so you can start actually prepping for your success.
Thoughts?
I think she was right. You got to be the leader of the household, and you got to have your shit somewhat together before you try to bring somebody else onto your path, and you don't even know where the hell you're going on your path. You got to know what you're doing. And plus, I mean, the stress of bringing somebody with you, then you don't know what you're doing. Now you run the thoughts of being, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to lead this person on the wrong path. Now I'm really going to look like a fool.
Oh.
Stupid. Not bringing nothing valuable to her life and mine. So yeah, I mean, she was right in a sense. You can't expect somebody to follow you when you don't know where the hell you're going.
And that's my only thing, bro. That's what I like. Everything she said, I like that, bro. You gotta have all this shit together, bro, and understand when you had it, y'all. That's what I wish our community just understood. I wish we preached that. Hey, bro, if you had these kids early, it's gonna slow your life down. It's gonna, especially in this time.
We were just talking about that.
It is going to destroy your life. I know a 17-year-old girl right now about to have a baby. I know a 19-year-old woman about to have a baby. What you think that's gonna do to their life? They all excited. They still living at their mama's house.
Baby showers and all.
You know what I'm saying? Still living there. What y'all think that's gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What y'all? Because if that was me, if I was a dad, grandfather, some shit. Boy, hell no, we ain't doing that. And you gotta go. And you gotta go. Cause I'm not building this. I didn't raise this. I raised you. I'm not raising another child. But you wanted to make grown decisions. You're gonna live in the grown area now.
That's gonna keep setting us back.
Hey.
Instead of helping,
if you want,
putting out on our own.
No.
Then the man said, "Hey,
you got to help yourself.
Hey,
and you not helping yourself by going out here getting pregnant or having a baby, and that goes to the man. That goes to the boy too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because if my son go out here and have a baby with a chick, he 19, 20 years old, and he ain't ready. You ain't got no money. You ain't got, boy, mom and daddy money, that shit closed, boy. The bank closed over here. All that living with us, oh, no, you got to go, player. You got to go, because goddamn me, now I know where your focus is at. All you want to do is chase behind some ass. All you want to do, everything that we taught you, you destroyed all that because you wanted to spend 15 minutes of your life destroying 18 years.
Hold on, that's your son?
Yeah.
Nah, we talking about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30 seconds, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. 30 seconds of your life destroyed 18 years of your shit.
Plus,
you know what I'm saying?
18 plus.
18 plus years of your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when she pregnant, bro, you don't feel it as much because she pregnant. But the moment she had that kid, bro, you get the feeling that that's a lot of pressure on both of y'all. Now, let's say you don't even be with this woman, because odds is you're not gonna be with her. You know, especially that young, y'all not gonna. That odds is y'all not. That's just the odds of it. Y'all may make it, but odds of it
yeah.
So that means you facing child support, my boy. That means you facing child support. That means you gonna need help from me. You gonna need help from your moms. You want us to watch the kid and all that, motherfucker. I already raised you. It is a luxury to have me there to watch my grandkid. I love my grandkid to death, but he or she not about to be no burden to me, motherfucker. I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Me and baby done sold this house. We on the road. We don't hear you. You get what I'm saying? And that we need to shun that shit, bro. Like, having kids before your time, bro, before you know, hey, I got this money, I got this, I got that. You know, I'm financially ready to have a kid. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not me having a kid 18, 19, 20, and I still got to depend on my mom for money or my dad for money. That's crazy. And you trying to instill something in your child.
Starting backwards.
And you trying to holler at this woman for trying to take care of, motherfucker, you not even taking care of your child. You're not financially providing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know, you barely know that you can change a diaper, motherfucker. Like, we need to shun that, bro. Like, all that baby shower shit for young motherfuckers like that, we need to shun that shit. That shit need to be dead in our community. You know what I'm saying? Because that sets us back. And we never, how I be thinking is, bro, that nigga could have been a cold ass doctor, boy. But he had that kid early. Then he had another one because he was in sorrow and shit, and they both in misery because people in misery they like fucking. That's just real. It sounds funny.
That's real.
People in misery like fucking,
Man,
so they
people
had
like
another
fucking
kid.
regardless. Rich, poor, broke, misery, it don't matter.
But
Fucking
you know when you living at the bottom, all you got is fucking.
Yeah.
That's just real.
You got a lot of time when you ain't.
That's just real.
You ready?
That's just real.
The highlight of my day.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of goddamn doctors and engineers and goddamn scientists that we never gonna see, bro, because they destroyed their lives early. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And we need to shun that shit. Because we don't know how great we can be until we can be at our strongest, bro. And the strongest we can be is being out here chasing down our dreams and goals and all that shit before we start having these kids.
That's hard to do.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be at the tippy top, but at least be in position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't be in position. They be still under their mom and daddy wing, having some kids. What type of shit is that? Mm-hmm. So we need to shun that shit, bro. Like that shit need to be dead in our community. So that's all I got to say about that.
Proper preparation prevents piss poor performances.
Goddamn me.
And that's what it come down to. I agree 1,000%. The only slight little variable I would give is the fact that you also need in-game experience. Because I can prepare, people can give you the toolage, all that stuff, but there's still certain things in life that no matter what somebody tell you, you got to go through it to really, really understand the reason why, like the why, to me. So I agree with what she said. But outside of that, though, I agree with what she said 1,000%. Because at least if you have that foundation and just the basics itself, you'll have your standards, your non-negotiables, and things like that. Because there are times where you need someone to kind of take advantage of you to understand, like, okay, this right here, never again. I thought it was cool, but this right here, never again. So. But overall, though, yeah, I rock with the message.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, especially as a man, it's not stressed enough that we need to focus on where we're trying to end up more so than us just enjoying the moment, especially when we're young. Mm-hmm. We've said it a million times on this pod just about what we are encouraged to do as young men. And nowhere in that encouragement is setting yourself up for long term. Because when you out here, you having sex with a bunch of these women raw and getting pregnant and having kids and all of that, just like Smoke said, fact is that it drops your likelihood to go out here and achieve something great. Mm-hmm. That's just reality. Now, do people do it? Sure. But the exception is not the rule. Most people that end up with 2-3 kids before they 25 years old, they end up working a low-paying job somewhere struggling.
For the rest of their life.
Or on government assistance somewhere. So, again, just like with the baby showers, there's nothing that sickens me more than that, especially a young girl. She done had a kid, and now, her mama and aunties and everybody at the baby shower yee-hawing and, cheering her on and opening gifts and excited and, all of that shit. And I'm just like, that's not nothing to be excited about. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I heard somewhere, right? Like, how often do you see a pregnant Asian lady?
Not often.
You want to know why? Because, again, that type of stuff, especially at a young age, that type of stuff is not encouraged. Mm-mm. You will get disowned from this family, and even if you do slip up and make the accident, you will be hidden until the baby. That's what you don't see Asian women pregnant. You just see Asian women with babies because they're not out here flaunting it like that. Especially when you're young, you got chicks on here holding their belly on Instagram. It's 19 years old.
No man, her and the dude not even close together.
Got no schooling, no baby daddy, nowhere in the picture, none of that. Just, but, you know, her friends encouraging, her mama encouraging, her aunties encouraging, sisters encouraging. And it's just like, that's what keeps us in mediocrity. Mm-hmm. That stuff needs to be shamed. Just like Smooth said, it needs to be shamed, needs to be frowned upon. But as a man, right, in terms of what we are out here chasing or we out here accomplishing, we need to think about the end game. And meaning setting yourself up for it, meaning let me leave these hoes alone until I get myself in a position to where I'm able to be, you know, a solid foundation for a legacy. Dudes be out here more worried about controlling women and making them conform to some shit that you ain't even got set up yet.
Exactly.
You got to set up the infrastructure. That's your job as a man, is to set up the infrastructure for her to walk into and get in line with. But if your infrastructure, if she come into the damn building and it's still under construction, how you gonna tell her to abide by any rules? This shit ain't even done being built yet. But you giving me hard, you know, rules that I should be following. No, you don't have the room to do that. Mm-hmm. And if you was focused on the right stuff, you wouldn't even think to do that until you're done with construction. You built the infrastructure. Now, hey, when you come in here, we running shit this way. And not only are we running it this way, but it ain't been successful. As you see, look around. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's more dudes just more focused on women, focused on chasing women, than solidifying their future. And I feel like that's what the problem is. And that's really in our community more so than others. Because I think in other ethnicities, man, again, we speak about legacy, but just end goal, that's hammered into a man. Mm-hmm. Like in a lot of times, especially if you come from money or you come from a trust or something like that, and it's just like, you ain't about to be out here acting a fool and just get this trust money.
Especially if you come from a super trust, they won't even put you on it if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do.
So begrudgingly, you could have other dreams. I want to be a rapper. I want to be an artist. I want to be no. Get your ass to school, get that STEM degree, get you a job, start your own business, and then you can access these funds. But there's rules involved. It's not no rewarding mediocrity. We as a culture reward mediocrity. Mm-hmm. And that's what keeps us from accomplishing what it is that we need to accomplish. So I agree 1,000% with what she said. Stop focusing on women so much and focus on what it is that you're trying to build. And the women are going to come as a byproduct of that. Simple and plain.
I'm trying to build my black book. What?
You still got pages left? What? You still got pages left in there?
Well, you can say that because you got your stuff in. You got your stuff together.
Excel spreadsheet.
Bitch, I needed some more space.
811.
I had to put in formulas in it. Nigga got formulas, pivot tables, and shit in there.
Oh my God.
That boy we got 3 screens. I need
started a new alphabet.
I need to stretch this. Yeah.
That's just fucking hilarious.
We had to go on the Roman numerals.
I swear for Lord, bro.
I'm lying. But yeah, I agree. I said my point first, right?
Yeah. All right, man. We're going to keep this thing pushing. Yeah.
These headphones suck. My God, dude.
Just yours.
Shit just squeaking, man.
Oh, yeah. I have to get some more, man. We need a Apple Music.
No, man,
Apple sponsorship.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we need some sponsorship. Somebody reach out.
Straight up. But it was another clip that was sent to us. Speaking in regards to dating, says that, you know, you shouldn't date first. You should date after you into the relationship. Now, it's just like, what the hell is this talking about? But I'm gonna play it.
Let me hear this. I'm gonna
get your take, man. What the hell?
I agree.
I wish I knew this before I was married. So here's my new formula, and I even use this during coaching, and people tell me that it works. Don't date, court. I know that's not new. Sounds very familiar. But listen, don't date, court. If you're trying to get to know someone, but you're not sure if you want to court that person, talk. Now, court with the intention to get married. After you get married, then start dating. What does that mean? Because a lot of people court people to get married or date to get married, stop dating. We don't go out as much anymore. We don't do all the things we used to do before we got married. How many times did you hear that? Yeah. So court first, date after, because you're always going to have someone who's changing and evolving just like you. So why not get to know them and have fun doing it? Have a blessed, productive day. Peace.
Thoughts?
No.
What's the definition of court first before I go on a tangent and
Say
saying
date
some
before, during, and after.
shit? And I'm wrong, you know.
Let me see, man.
I need no definition of court.
Courting.
It's paying special attention to someone in an attempt to win their support or favor. Western politicians courted the leaders of newly independent states. Men courted women that they plan to marry. So essentially the definition is paying special attention to someone in an attempt to win their support or favor. Oh, and
It's
another
in
definition says be involved with them romantically, typically with the intention of marrying, which is an extension of the definition we gave. But yeah,
Definition of dating.
Is it
Also courting.
synonym.
Can I get the second definition, please?
To establish or ascertain the date of, indicate or expose as being old fashioned. These ain't it. Let me see. We got some more. Go out with someone in whom one is romantically or sexually interested. A few years ago, I dated the ex of a friend. Damn, that's
You had to use that example?
That's a quote.
They had to use that example?
Married him tripping. Yeah.
Had to be married.
Right. It says go out with someone in whom one is romantically or sexually interested in. That's what dating is. So I guess the difference is the intent to marry. Some people don't date with the intent to marry. They date just to date or to get to the sex.
And courting is intent to marry.
And
Go
date
ahead.
after.
So in a sense, what he's saying is that one should not do any dating until after the courting is done. So basically, don't go on frivolous dates. I want to wait until I'm taking this woman serious, and then I have intent to marry this woman before we go on dates. A lot of people go on dates to figure that out. He's saying don't do that. Like, do your due diligence, figure out, hey, this is the woman that I plan to marry. Now we can go on dates and learn each other.
How do you figure that out?
That is a great question. So that's what I was thinking the whole time.
By going on dates.
That's what I was thinking the whole time he was talking.
You do by going on dates.
I don't know.
I agree to an extent.
That or
No, but he's saying don't go on dates.
yeah, he said don't go
So,
on dates
until you're married.
Yeah.
Well,
And then once you're married, then you go on dates. But how do you?
So he said court, marry, date.
I
Hold on
don't.
real quick.
court is giving somebody.
I'm about to play it one more time just for
fucking
context.
I don't court a date until I like you.
I'm confused.
I wish I knew this before I was married. So here's my new formula, and I even use this during coaching, and people tell me that it works. Don't date, court. I know that's not new. Sounds very familiar. But listen, don't date, court. If you're trying to get to know someone, but you're not sure if you want to court that person, talk. Now, court with the intention to get married. After you get married, then start dating. What does that mean? Because a lot of people court people to get married or date to get married, stop dating. We don't go out as much anymore. We don't do all the things we used to do before we got married. How many times did you hear that? Yeah. So court first, date after, because you're always going to have someone who's changing and evolving just like you. So why not get to know them and have fun doing it? Have a blessed, productive day. Peace.
I get it now.
I get it too.
Yeah, basically he's saying court until, again, like I said, you're serious about this woman and y'all are married, and then we can date. So that way we don't burn out.
We don't burn out the
before we
dating.
get to the spot
Yeah.
that we trying to get to.
So talk.
Basically.
Yeah.
Ain't enough fucking talking in the goddamn world.
Why not?
How you gonna talk over the phone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pulling
messages.
up on you.
Y'all told me the other day dating is coming to somebody else is still considered dating.
Nah, he said talk.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what I'm saying.
what he said. Talking on the phone or DMing messages, I guess.
Nah,
That's the
fam.
only thing I can see.
Body language.
I don't know.
In person, how people look, how people carry
With
themselves.
no intent behind it, it's
out
talking.
in public, how you carry yourself
Hey,
in public.
I feel him though,
How you-
because me and baby, we didn't date like that for real till after we got married. Like as far as like going places together and all these type of things, we didn't do that.
But y'all
until-
was young. Y'all ain't had
Yeah,
the
we was
funds
young.
to still go out
That's
and
true.
like we can now.
Exactly, that is true. I got.
You know what I'm saying? If you had the funds like you could now, and you know you 30-something years old, you want to test the market.
Y'all be at Longhorn at 22 years old.
Yeah, shit.
That's your spot.
You got that right.
If y'all not going out because y'all used to, it's not because you dated early. It's because y'all just aren't compatible, and y'all aren't communicating to each other what y'all really need in this relationship. That wasn't because y'all was going out on dates early.
Yeah, that's true.
You're supposed to keep doing the things you did when you got that person.
Yep.
That's your end of the bargain.
Yep.
You don't just go on dates and then say, oh, you know what, I'm going to marry this person just so I can stop doing this shit.
You know what, I'm tired of
you want to keep on doing the things. You have to date to get to know somebody. You have to know how that person acts in public around you, how that person dresses, how that person's mannerisms is. Body language when you talk to somebody in person is totally different than what they say on the phone. You can have a conversation over the phone, and then when you FaceTime them, it's a totally different thing. Through text message, you get one word, and then now all of a sudden y'all FaceTime each other. Now you get to hear the words come out their mouth, and they're totally different. They shy. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to talk to you. You know, they have.
That's why you court, because court is a little more intentional.
Court, he said,
like
talk.
It's like a vetting.
Courting is talking.
When I hear date, I mean,
yeah, that's what he said. He said,
what
court, he said court with intention and is talking. Like you're talking.
He said court, don't date.
Yeah, you
Talk.
asking her questions about like how she want to live and what's her ideologies and all that type of shit. So yeah,
and then by the end of that dialogue, you know, if y'all done it over extended period of time, then you would know, okay, yeah, there's somebody that I want to marry or that I would want to marry. Yeah. And then you take the steps to actually get to the marriage, propose, engage, get married. Now we can go on dates.
Yeah, still gonna get
that's his take on it.
I hope it wasn't that extreme like we're taking it though.
I mean, we played it twice. He said that.
We're cutting. What I'm doing right now is probably a little bit extreme. I'm cutting out dating in total. Like we don't go anywhere together. The only time we spent is a talk.
Yeah. I wouldn't imagine that.
And I don't think he means that extreme. So.
I would imagine y'all go some places, like a few places, but not how you would be like if somebody just, let me take you out, let me take you out, let me take you out, let me take you out. It ain't nah.
Now I do believe that it should be date in moderation with that person. Like
what's moderation?
Moderation is, you know, just because you want to go out every day and go out to eat every day, don't mean you have to take that person out every day. An extent of don't overextend yourself in a dating to where it starts to take a toll on you financially or mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you know what you can do whenever you're married compared to whenever you're single.
Yeah.
You know, if you go on 3 or 4 dates, you start to be like, oh damn, this bill's starting to pile up. Yeah. They just say, hey, I could afford 2 dates this month. Hey, let's go on this date this month. Cool. Let's do this. And then, you know what I'm saying? But that stuff you talk about during the dating stage.
Right, but look, let's not to cut you off, but let's take finances out of it.
Okay.
Let's say money is no object. How do you balance that in terms of, you said date in moderation? What's moderation?
30% dates, 70% conversation.
Okay, so let me rephrase it. In a week, how much should you go on dates with somebody if you're dating in moderation?
Maybe
I would say 1 day.
I think that depends on your schedule. And I think as a man, you have to understand what your schedule would be like still if you were married.
1 day,
you have to provide that in the same sense of when you're dating someone.
I see what you're saying.
If I know I could go out to eat every 4 days out the week because I can afford that for myself.
Yeah.
But then I start dating this girl and I start trying to do 4 days a week when I know
that bill doubles.
I can't do time wise. I'm not talking about bill, just time wise. I can't do that because now after we go on date, you want to do something else. Now I got to go spend time with you at the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I think you just have to know those kind of things. I'm not saying you're not gonna go above and beyond sometimes in the sense of when you're dating because you're trying to impress people. I mean, that's just you trying to sell yourself to where, hey, I'm really here for you. And sometimes we overextend. But at a certain period of time, after you've been dating for a while, you start to know your habits and what you do. Don't keep on extending yourself and burdening yourself mentally, financially, emotionally, and you can't keep it up. And that goes for sex too. Speak up.
Okay.
Yeah. I would agree with what dude says somewhat. except for to just not date at all. Again, I think things have to happen in balance. But he's right. Typically, people date 100 miles an hour before we are even in a committed relationship. We going on dates, just like Kenny just said, to see if we should get in, into the relationship. But the fact is, when you do that, you kind of slightly burn yourself out little by little. The more dates y'all go on, the less significant it is. You know what I'm saying? So much so to where by the time you get into the relationship, it kind of slows down because we feel like, well, damn, we done ate at every steakhouse in the city. We done ate at every restaurant, every coffee shop, all of that. So it's like, what do we do now?
We just made it official.
And we just made it official. We ain't even talking about marriage yet. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you get into the marriage, it's even less significant. And that's why it's so easy for people to just put it on the back burner. I'll fit it in when we can. Okay, date night Saturday, but then Saturday come, I got to go to work, so I ain't gonna be able to make it. But it's easy to just put it aside because we done been on a million dates up until this point. So I think that's what he's saying. Like in olden days, and I think again a lot of their talking points refer back to olden days, but like you used to have to like write letters and sneak and talk to the woman that you was trying to court. But in terms of y'all going on an official date, you had to go to her dad and ask her hand in marriage before those type of things can happen. So, but again, that's after y'all been talking. Just like he said, don't date, talk. They was writing letters back then, but now that would be translated to talking on the phone or, FaceTiming or y'all on YouTube panels together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are building that dialogue, getting to know each other a lot to where it's like, okay, I want to take this thing seriously and I'm thinking about proposing to her. And then at that point, from what he's saying, then you can start dating. Because it's going to be brand new. Because we done got to know each other through dialogue, sure. Yeah. But now this is going to bring a whole new exciting situation now. We get to go out together and really kick it and spend money and go do this and go do that, you know what I'm saying? So that keeps it fresh, keeps it new. So I get it, but again, I just thinking this, that's what I was about to say. Realistic, is it realistic today? I can't see that. Especially when it's a lot of, women and men like linking up, they be having sex within the same week. You know what I'm saying? And they done have 2-3 conversations. Like that's how reckless it is out here now. So I would like to move closer to what he's saying, right? But in terms of like, do I see it happening that way? Or do I see that grand of a shift happening in my lifetime? No. So I don't know, man, but dope segment, man. We're going to get into quick hits brought to us by Beatbox. Salute to the plug, man. And we was discussing in that past conversation about, things dying down after you get into a relationship, right? I'm going to play a clip. They were speaking about sex. Basically saying, don't wait till you're married to stop being a freak. So I'm going to play this clip, man, and I'm going to get y'all take on what they had to say.
Hey, y'all, I have a question. So somebody help me out. Why is it that a lot of married Christian women were willing to do so many different things with boyfriends, randoms, one-night stands, prior to coming into the knowledge of Christ and prior to being married, but now that we/they are married, we refuse to or don't want to do or even attempt to do the same thing with our husbands.
Basically, she's saying y'all throwing that ass left, right, 100 miles out while you out here in these streets having hot girl summers and things of that nature. But then when you get with your man, you want to kind of dial it back a little bit.
Find the Lord.
Find the Lord. Let life get in the way. Things of that nature, right? But, Jerome or Pee Wee, back before this situation, he was getting you in your rawest form. Do y'all think it's some credence to what she had to say?
Yeah.
Of course.
A little bit. They just don't want to be seen as sluts.
How you don't want to be seen as a slut from your own husband, though?
That's what it is. They don't want them, when...
She married this man and all she want to do is missionary. I don't know how to do nothing.
Guac 3,000. What? Girl, Rick told me.
Hold on, wait. Time out now.
Don't put that near my mouth.
Time out now. You married this woman without her giving you no guac 3,000, or all she did was give you missionary the whole time before
she
marriage?
gave you some
It
head.
stops all of a sudden.
She gave you some head, but the Guac 3,000 wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rick told me you do what you gotta do.
Maybe Rick ain't had the type of guac 3,000 you had.
Now Rick say I got the guac from a boy.
I seen it.
I'm talking about ocean from my mouth.
Wait a minute. How the hell you seen it, though?
Show me the video.
Nah. Oh, it's a white flag.
Hey, you mean to tell me I'm working this hard for us, and all I get is the tip shots? Let me get out of here.
Oh my!
Oh, you just the tip.
Well, if you're talking about me, that's the only thing she's gonna get up. That's all the nigga I got.
Rick
He
told
said
Oh,
me.
that's all I got.
First of all, nah, I don't know. I could say maybe the amount of sex you have probably really does dim down a lot, but the freaky side.
Like I want to know this. Like who else she fucking? The Lord? The Lord must be getting the freak I need.
I haven't had a bad experience of not getting the freaky side.
You know what I'm saying?
When I was married, maybe the amount of sex dimmed down, but trying new things. Nah, that was always on the table.
It's always in
Does
question.
that mean that's you as the man not doing your job if she not getting as freaky as
I didn't
she
say
could be?
I didn't say she wasn't. I said she getting free. I said the amount of times you have sex. The quantity of sex and the type of sex is two different things.
Two different times.
Yeah, I'm just saying based off the video.
I could see the quantity of sex dimming down, but the type of sex, I didn't have that problem. But not to say that didn't.
Yeah, he
that
talking.
doesn't
Well,
happen.
she was talking about the
She's
girl
talking
coming
about
to the new
not-
husband like
not being freaky.
I don't know how to do nothing.
That's what
Not
I'm
want to
saying.
try nothing new.
Is what I'm saying, is that
Knowing
on
she
him
was
or is
from
that
the
her?
wall. She was from the wall with this.
Well, it depends on what type of freaky he trying to do. If he trying to put in the ass and she say, "Hey, don't put that in my ass," I ain't doing that. I'm not with that.
I ain't with it.
I mean, that's real.
He said, "Girl, this dick going in the ass tonight." I don't know.
Hey, 'cause if she say, "Hey," because if she go down and say, "I want to eat that ass tonight," and you like, "Hey, I don't like no tongues in my butt," now you don't want to be freaky. You don't want to be freaky with your girl.
You want to pick and choose.
You know what I'm saying? She want to use toys, but you don't want to use no toys because you think you got enough dick for everything.
Speaking of toys,
I do.
did you see the TikTok?
Huh?
Did that TikTok where that dude was talking about he was trying something freaky with his girl one time? Y'all ain't seen that?
What?
All right, so real quick. So basically, this dude, he said his girl wanted to do some things in the bedroom, liven it up. And he was like, "Cool, baby, yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
I could have sworn y'all seen it. So he said, "Cool, let's do it." So he said, "I ain't got no problem." He said he went and got the toys or whatever, brought it home. You know, it's game time. They doing their thing or whatever. She have to put it out. He do it. He said then he stopped. He started using it on her, doing his thing or whatever. She got her stuff all on it. He said he takes it out. And he trying to be nasty.
The dildo. He was messing with her with a vibrating dildo.
And he said he took it out, trying to be nasty with her. And he said he licked it. And then he started.
What?
He started going to town on the dick.
Wait a minute, fam. Wait a minute, fam.
He
Wait a
said,
minute,
he
dog.
said, I looked up. She looked at me so disgusted.
Fam, nah. You ain't supposed to be deep throating
Nigga
this
said,
shit, bro.
nigga said, I got him. I never saw her again.
Nah, you ain't supposed to be in there to sound like, oh, they gagging on a dildo. Come on, fam.
I did see showing off his guac
He tried to be nasty and took it too far.
He said, "Yeah, man, I just took it a little bit too far, man." He said she looked at me with just a look of befuddlement.
Fam,
He
nah.
say it was awkward for the rest of the night. He said she went home. He said, "I never heard from her again. She never returned my calls. Never returned my calls. Why take
And that's not even his wife.
You said you wanted freaky.
No, man. We talking about marriage. We said
I'm
marriage,
cool.
dog.
I'm cool on that, yeah. I'm cool, yeah. Y'all can have that.
Nah, that ain't been wanting to do that.
Yeah, for a long time, yeah.
That ain't even want to do
He
that
exposed
shit.
himself. I'm in here too real.
I forgot about that.
Too real.
Forgot about that. That's crazy, dog.
That's crazy.
But here's one thing that I will say, just to attack it from another side. I think the freakiness of the sex will die down sometimes because the woman not as confident in her body as she used to be.
Okay, yeah, that can be.
You know what I'm saying? Like when she was younger and she was in her prime and she was, shaped like a motherfucking, Coke bottle, then she was ready for whatever, whenever, lights on, lights off, all kind of positions, swinging from the ceiling fan, as Smooth would say, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But then, she might have had a kid here or there, gained a little weight, or she got, scars from pregnancy, whatever the case may be. But now she wants to have sex with the lights off, or now she just wants to do missionary. Or now, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not as confident as she used to be. So I think a lot of times that may add to the freakiness of the sex dying down when she's with her husband. Now, again, that's a progression thing. Now, if she came into the marriage like that, without the kids, without the nothing, then what y'all saying is 1,000% valid. I ain't got nothing to add. Like, there's an issue there, right? But I think a lot of times it's, again, women lose confidence in their body. Even though we look at her and see the same fine ass motherfucker we married, when she look in the mirror, sometimes she don't see that. So, it's kind of hard to get into your bag when you don't feel like you are, who you should be or who you used to be.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So how do you keep her feeling sexy?
That's an internal thing.
That's, I'm about to say, it's only so much you can do because she got to do the work regardless.
Yeah, like literally, man, just, and again, just in personal experience, you could compliment your wife 100 miles an hour. Like, it be times where your wife be picking something out to wear. You be like, oh, yeah, baby, you look bad in that. And she like, oh, well, it kind of hugs me a little too tight over here, or it's a little loose, or my breasts not sitting the way they need to in this one. And you, as a man, you ain't noticing none of that. You like, damn, boy, okay, damn, I ain't even think about that. But as a woman, she looking at herself in the mirror and psychoanalyzing everything. So all you can do is, like, provide positive reinforcement, and then if it's like a weight gain thing, then you can work out with your wife, or you can pay for her to get a personal trainer, or go to the gyms that work out in groups or whatever, and then get her back to feeling sexy again. But as far as like you saying something or doing something to flip that switch, it's impossible. She gonna have to feel how she used to feel about her, and it ain't nothing you can do about that.
I think there's a lot of niggas that once they get married, they don't understand how to do foreplay and warming the box up either. A lot of niggas just get home from work and be like, I don't just want to fuck.
Roll over.
And you know what I'm saying? Just bend over.
Dry.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, that's crazy.
You got to go on.
You don't warm the engine up at all.
I've been the victim of that. You got to go on there. You got to, warm it up. Be emotionally into it. Like, please her body.
You can say, just get this shit over with.
In tune with her body. Yeah.
That's cold.
Get over and say, you again.
You again.
I was praying that you was.
Your ass is awake. Trying to dress sexy too. Oh, no.
And you do with that shit on.
Oh, no.
Hey, my boy Mike. She came in there with that motherfucking robe on. That nigga say, you look like the cow that jumped over the moon. Say, cut that light off. You are glowing.
Fam, that is not funny. That's rude.
That is rude.
But why they let the camera roll when the light went out? He was still laughing. Nigga laughing like 5 minutes in the dark.
He was cracking himself up.
Man, that's wild.
And then he was cheating on her with her friend. Damn.
That nigga did Sheila Greasy, dog. I
don't do nothing like that.
That's crazy.
No. Ever.
But I gotta go watch that. I ain't seen it in a minute.
Oh my God.
But yeah, man. At the end of the day, prayer star parties about take care of your old lady, man. You understand? That's your wife. You married her, bro. So you need to be doing everything within your power to pave a lane for her to get back to the person that she feels most comfortable being. You can't do the work for her. But again, you can give her positive reinforcement and maybe give her, some suggestions or whatever the case that can somewhat get her back to just feeling confident in herself. And I feel like once she feels confident in herself, it ain't gonna be no caps, no limitations on what she's willing to do from a sexual perspective.
And sometimes it's a whole process. That's why I don't understand too. Sometimes that shit start in the morning. You gotta do subtle things in the morning. Fragrances, they love fragrances, like shit like that. Turn them on.
Like touch on your woman.
Their senses. You gotta get their senses up. You know what I'm saying? So different ways to do that. Sometimes nigga walk around with your shirt off. Niggas we always talk about women.
Niggas don't even walk around.
But some of you, we get on women about not, you know what I'm saying, showing some skin. Women wear hoodies and joggers and shit for weeks at a time. We'll never see them like that. So shit, sometimes you gotta be aesthetically pleasing too to your woman.
Fellas, on your off days, bro, when you know you and your girl gonna be at the crib by yourself, bro. If you want to cheat the game, you know you just want to fuck all day, bro. Hit that Viagra in the morning.
Oh my god. Blue Chew.
Hey, Blue Chew or something. Walk around greased up. I'm talking whole body.
We cutting Blue Chew out because them niggas ain't sponsored.
Yeah, that's true. That's
too
true.
much advertising. Too much advertising.
And walk around hard all day. All day. She gonna be like, boy, I never seen you like this. Yeah. You ain't know I had this in me. Huh?
So you talking from experience.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
I just don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Why y'all ain't doing the fucking Real rap though.
Bro, can you imagine Smooth walking around greased up, boy?
Damn, that is a sight I never want to see in my life. You hear me?
That nigga said, imagine Smooth walking around greased up.
Boy.
Pause.
Boy.
Hell nah.
No balls.
No Viagra.
No balls.
That's crazy.
Press play.
Viagra.
Yeah, we gonna keep this thing moving, dog. This is getting out of control.
I'm harder than a stone in that shit.
And she go to Beaumont.
Boy, I know.
That nigga in there all day dolo.
Hey, if I'm in that dolo, it's gonna get sprayed up. Yeah.
Oh my god! Look, man, we just
Jack off said she got it rough in there.
Boy, I can pitch through a 10-mile stone. You hear me? You hear me? What? Y'all don't know nothing about that though. A lot of y'all ain't long enough.
hell no.
Ain't deep enough. Ain't strong enough. I'm deeper than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm harder than you.
My stroke better. My rhythm better.
I'm harder than you. It's wild.
I'm girthy.
I'm girthier than you.
That's a wild stunt.
Oh, but
Yeah, man, we gonna keep this thing moving, dog.
That was interesting.
It always take a left, and it's always unexpected, man. But look, we gonna keep this thing pushing. The true definition of cheating is
because the act of having sex with somebody is the most disrespectful form of cheating, people almost make that synonymous with cheating. That having sex is cheating. And it's like, no, cheating is cheating the relationship. So it's like, if you aren't giving me the quality time that you're supposed to be giving me in this relationship and giving it somewhere else, you're cheating this relationship.
Absolutely.
You talk about emotional cheating, spiritual, like there's so many different ways that you can be cheating this relationship, meaning that you're not giving everything that you possibly can
100.
into making this relationship work.
take a shot every time you say cheating.
I feel that.
But he's saying, you know, cheating is bigger than sex. People tie cheating 100% to sex, but it's bigger than that. What's y'all take on it?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of forms of cheating, but I think there's certain weights to certain forms of cheating as well. Like you texting somebody is totally different than you getting you balls deep on another nigga dick.
But is that not disrespectful?
Oh, I didn't. It's still disrespectful, but there's levels to it.
I like his definition.
There's differences. If somebody calling you a bitch and then somebody run up to you and beat the fuck out of you. There's levels to the disrespect.
You gotta get your hands up.
You know what I'm saying? Can't be Jordan Poole out there. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels to it. But yeah, there's cheating is, you know, whatever the other person thinks too at that, you know.
Hey, I also like his definition as far as cheating in a relationship. That is 100% facts. You know, and nigga, not only are you cheating, but you spending time with this woman or with this man, like intimate time that you should be spending with your lady or with your man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like I be seeing these people, like the prime example of that are cheaters. I don't see how any of them get back together.
Oh yeah, when they pull up on them.
You know what I'm saying? They spending intimate time. You know what I'm saying? Well, you not doing it. Well, damn, look what you're doing. Look what you obviously you robbing me of it. I can't even do it for you because you out here with her or you out here with him.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I think it's all the same, dog. Cheating is cheating. Whether you do it physically, if you hanging out with somebody, spend some time with them, you might as well fuck them. because that's your intent.
Damn.
Low key. So you might as well do it. To how I see it, like across the board, it way the same. If it's disrespectful, it's disrespectful.
No.
It is, dog.
No.
It is, man. I'm telling you. If you texting somebody inappropriate things.
No, I didn't say inappropriate. Just because you texted them, y'all ain't saying nothing inappropriate, but y'all have conversations.
But it's intimate.
There's nothing inappropriate, but you're having conversations. It's not inappropriate, but y'all text. Y'all ask, hey, how's your day going? They always tell me, hey, how's your day going? Oh, it's going good. Okay, cool. Yeah.
That's not cheating.
So you allow your woman to talk to another man just on a daily and nothing intimate?
No, but what I'm saying is if there's intent
why
behind
wouldn't you?
Because disrespectful.
So that's cheating.
It's all the same. I said it's all the same already.
But if she's just doing that, would you leave it just because of that?
If it's
would you leave it? Yes or no?
Off a simple couple text messages.
Yes.
What's said in the text message?
I didn't say it was that. I gave you a prime example.
Because you said text. You just said text.
I said it was nothing intimate, but they are always conversating through text. But it's nothing intimate said, but they're always. You just said
it's
no
every day.
You said yes, but you said
every single day you texted somebody
at least twice a week.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm out.
Okay.
That's disrespectful. Because eventually it might lead up to something. Why you gotta keep in contact with this person?
You wouldn't just check. You wouldn't just check the situation. You wouldn't be like, hey man, what's going on? I don't like this.
Hey, he might check the situation and dude send him a video. Come on, man.
Nah, man, we ain't gonna go extreme like that, man. Because I want a real point here. I want a real answer. Would you just check the situation first? And if it doesn't happen after that, you check the situation. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. You'd be cool with it, right? I believe you would check the situation first.
Depending on the conversation.
No, I gave you the conversation.
It's just a hey, how you doing? That's it. Hey, I'm good.
Oh, come on, oldest man. You know what the hell I mean, dog.
It's variables. It's layers to it.
There's nothing intimate said, but they have conversations through text 2 times a week. You don't like it, even though it's not intimate. You just said you wouldn't approve of it.
Like they talking about their day.
Would you not approve of that situation? Yes or no?
I would not approve of that situation.
Okay, would you check the situation first before just cutting up and leaving?
Yes, I would. Okay. However,
no, wait. You would check. And
if you've been texting this person for 6 months,
no,
I'm out. Why are you texting this person for 6 months or longer?
You never checked the situation. And it was for 6 months, and there was nothing going, and nothing happened in 6 months. It was still the same conversation, but nothing happened.
That's your that small crack in the door that we always be talking about. That 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That small little crack in the door. That's what that is. That's what that's going towards by consistently texting somebody 2 times a week for an extended period of time. That's disrespectful. If it was once every 6 months,
even though
that's different.
Even though it's disrespectful, would you still check the situation first before you leave?
Use an example that I said. If it's been a long period of time, I'm out. If it happened that once or twice early on, I'm gonna check the situation.
Okay, cool. You just gonna check. You're not gonna leave. Just have it once or twice. What if she fucked this nigga once or twice early on? Would you just leave or would you just check the situation
I'm
instead?
leaving.
Okay, exactly. They weigh totally different.
But it's still
you said they don't. You said they don't weigh different.
It's still disrespectful.
I didn't say it wasn't disrespectful. Right. I just said they weigh different, right? Because if she fucked this man once or twice,
because of the circumstance.
If she fucked this man once or twice, right?
It's because of the circumstance, though. Because you can again. I still said if you've been texting this person for 6 months, 2 times a week, I'm out. First time I found out.
Okay, but
so in that situation it would weigh the same.
But your other situation was what? If it was early on. You would check it.
If I caught it early on.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you caught her fucking a man once or twice early on, are you staying?
No.
Oh, exactly. My point is answered.
But it's not though, because it's still
Am I not making sense to y'all or what?
I get what you're saying.
No, it makes sense.
But fucking is like that's automatic though.
But so it weighs.
It ain't automatic.
It ain't automatic.
Well, you're right.
But it weighs. But that's proving my point that it weighs more to certain levels of stuff.
Depend on the variable.
Oh my God!
You don't want to.
You hear what I'm saying, right?
He don't want to say. He don't want to say I'm right.
You are right to an extent. It just depends on the variable that happens.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all arguing for nothing. Y'all both agree.
I know.
Kenny is saying that it's, again, it's levels to the cheating. You saying that it's levels to whether or not I'm going to leave. It depends on context. Y'all saying the same shit.
It's levels to the extent.
That's what I'm saying. So
we in the same room. We just,
right. So, again, in terms of what he was saying about it, I agree. I think, sex alone. A lot of times sex is the byproduct of what the issue really is. But people treat sex like it's the one all be all. Now, there's a lot of shit that led up to that more times than not. I'm talking about people that's in a committed relationship, dude that's really invested in his relationship. Now, if he was just, smashing hoes before y'all got together, he's smashing hoes during the relationship, smashing hoes during the marriage, that's just who he is, right? But I'm talking about when, the marriage didn't happen, everybody done been moving solid, and then cheating happens. Mm-hmm. A lot of times cheating is the byproduct of something else, right? Whether it's neglect, lack of communication, he not getting the sex that he, may need. You may be super busy out there working or chasing your career, whatever the case may be, and he go get it, the sex from the, other side of the fence. And vice versa. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time. But, again, it's way deeper than that. And I feel like that's why a lot of people jump from relationship to relationship and continue to have the same issues because they don't analyze it that way. They analyze it like, oh, he cheated on me, I'm gone. Mm-hmm. On to the next. But fuck everything that led up to it. Fuck the fact that I was neglecting or the fact that I wasn't, being the woman that I promised I was going to be, or I wasn't being a man to her that I promised that I was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And I was dropping the ball. Now, that doesn't excuse the cheating, but that, again, that aided in it, that paved the way for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think what he's saying is critical. People need to pay attention to more than just the act of the cheating. Analyze it, figure out how it happened. So that way, even after you leave that person, which I feel like you should, going into the next situation, you can avoid some of the instances that may have gotten y'all into it to begin with. That's my take on it. But we're going to keep this thing moving, man. We cannot end this part without addressing Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. It was a clip that hit the timeline. I ain't going to play it because there ain't no sound involved, but if y'all ain't seen the clip, man, you done seen the clip. So basically, we got word that it was an altercation. One of the Golden State Warriors practices, right? When they first rolled it out, I'm thinking, all right, it's pushing match arguments. If you play sports, these type of things happen every day. It's not nothing new, right? But then a clip hits the timeline.
That always makes it worse.
Makes it worse. Somebody that's on the staff or intern, somebody was video recording the practice and they sold the clip to TMZ for, a legitimate amount of money. And the clip hit the timeline. Of course, it went haywire. So in this clip, Draymond and Jordan Poole kind of talking trash to each other. Draymond kind of takes a few steps back to the sideline. Jordan Poole keep talking trash to him. Draymond responding. And next thing we know in the clip, Draymond walks up to him and chest bumps him. And talking trash to him face to face. Jordan Poole pushes him back with two hands. Draymond Green kind of stumbles back and then jumps in and punches the shit out of him, hit him dead smack in the face and knocked him down.
And caught him.
Yeah, caught him flush.
Hit him, then caught him.
Yeah, so that's the clip that hit the timeline. Now you have people saying Draymond was wrong. You have other people saying, Jordan Poole might have been feeling himself and was talking a little more reckless than he should have. I want to get y'all take on who's wrong in this situation.
Draymond. You don't punch no grown ass man like that, dog. That man Superman punched him.
Especially your teammate, somebody you go to battle with.
Nigga, just because some words were said, whatever was said, you walked up in that man's face, so he told you to get out of his circle. Now you want to get back in the circle and slide him. Now you got to see me every day, every time until I win.
Wow.
You didn't disrespect me. Knocked me to my knees.
And then it got on the internet. It got on the internet.
Then it got on the internet. That's what made it worse.
Then caught me.
Yeah, you would have to fight me every day. Every day. They would have to trade me or they would have to trade him. Because I would tell management it will be no peace here. Yeah, because I got to live with this now. I can see if the media never seen it, then it'd been a different discussion.
I feel like you've been wanting to do that. Be honest.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been a whole different discussion. But now the media has got it. Everybody, the whole world got it. I'm a fool for the rest of my time here. I'm a fool.
Yeah, for me, my whole meme.
So therefore, there will be no peace.
Your wife.
Every day I come to practice, I am looking to throw hands.
You've been wanting to try me the whole time I've been here.
I'm looking to throw hands every day I come to practice because I am publicly humiliated. And this man will never be that. So every day I'm here, because they'll never let nothing leak like that again. That just ain't happening. You get what I'm saying? So every day I'm here, it will be no peace. I need y'all to understand that with me. So either you going to trade me or you going to trade him. But one of us will not be here. Or we will be at war every day. I can care less if we got a game or not. We will be at war every day.
Now, here's a bit of context, right, for people who don't follow basketball or not really familiar with the situation, right? So the Warriors has consisted of a big three for probably the better part of the last decade. Big three being Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Right now, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are still playing at a efficient elite level. Draymond has kind of fell back a little bit in terms of what he's producing for the Warriors. Right, and in the process of him falling back, Jordan Poole, young guy, fresh to the team, maybe a couple years into the league, he done been hooping, right? So now talks are being, now it's a new big three. Just Steph, Klay, and Jordan Poole is the real big three. So Draymond's been kind of taking that to the, head, taking that the bad way. And also Jordan Poole's contract is about to get renewed for a big amount of money based on him performing at an exceptional level for this past year, 2 years.
And Draymond want him another contract.
And he want him another contract. Draymond contract is about to be up as well. So I think all of that combined with, the fact that they done been trash talking each other from what I'm hearing now for years. You know what I'm saying? But I think now because of the dynamics changing into what they are, it was harder for Draymond to accept that because a lot of probably what he was telling them was true. Basically saying, like, you fell off. You're not who you used to be. I'm the new, person in town, this, that, and the third.
You call him a single, like you triple singles.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right?
His trash talk hit a little deeper than Draymond's. Right. That's how I feel.
Right.
And that's that built-up aggression.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It would have happened the same thing with Kevin Durant. They was going at it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant was like, hey, man, you can't tell me nothing. And this ain't your team.
We won before you got here. We ain't need you.
This is Steph's team.
That hit a little bit different.
Yeah, that did cut a little. Yeah.
So it sounds like Draymond need to
common denominator in this thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, once he apologized, tried to, but you took that step, dog.
But still, damage done. You did it.
Damage done. All that shaking hands every day. It would be no peace. I am public. Dog, I got a family that look at me. I think Jordan Poole got like 2 kids. My kids gonna be able to see this in public when they grow. No,
the hoes gonna be able to see this.
You know what I'm saying? The hoes. Oh, now you a pussy. Oh, no.
They still gonna love me the same.
No.
They not.
No.
I can't never win another argument in my house.
I love you, Coach Kerr. I love you.
I ain't even been on a TV screen yet. Probably because I got a black eye. Because you didn't. Oh, come on, fam.
But Draymond a big dude compared to Jordan.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, Draymond like 6'8", 250.
I don't
Jordan
care.
Poole like 6'3", 190.
At this point, I don't care if I hurt your career to hurt you.
I got to.
That's at the point I would be at.
Waiting behind the door when he walked in.
Yeah. Sneaking him, hitting him.
Yeah, you thought it was over, huh? Nah, I'll be back here at the same time tomorrow.
Hit him with a chair. Both of us cannot be here.
As soon as he walk in the door,
I'm trying to hit him in his knees with a chair. I will end your whole career in here.
Smooth.
Get me up out of here or get him gone.
I ain't doing all that.
We need that in a week.
Smooth. What about the aspect of we gotta put the team first?
Fuck all that team shit. He didn't care about no team. Where was the team at when my jaw was on the ground? When my knees was on the ground, it looked like I was all on his dick. Where the team was then? Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
I'ma get mine.
Nah, I am publicly humiliated. Hey, it is no peace.
What team?
It is war every day. I'm really trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to
knock him out and record it.
I'm not. Hey,
you see what I did?
Hey,
you see this?
Hey,
this is what happens when I don't get snuck.
Hey, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to just fight you. I am literally trying to hurt you. I'm trying to hurt you because at that you got to realize, bro. He hit that man so hard, bro. What if he didn't? What if he went into a coma? You know what I'm saying? Or what if he had brain damage?
So Draymond walked into his space.
You know what I'm saying?
Gave him put a little weight on him.
Yeah, and was talking to him the whole time he was doing it.
Jordan Poole pushed him.
Two-handed push. Pushed him back a couple feet too.
To get him out. And then, no. I seen Jordan Poole push him, but it looked like he pushed himself.
Because he went back.
Because when he went back.
He went back a little bit too.
That's true.
And he didn't put his hands up.
Mm-hmm.
You push somebody,
and then
you gotta be
you
ready
could
to
tell
fight.
Jordan didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, "Hey man, just get out of here."
Because I feel like that happens.
You know what I'm saying? Like you hit this
Draymond
man
got a
with his hands
reputation.
down, and he wasn't moving or nothing, bro.
Draymond
Like,
got
nah.
a rep. I feel like Jordan pushed him off, said, "Get off me!" Like, bro, like you too close. And then Draymond took it too far.
No, I'll be on some Gilbert Arena shit, bringing the gun to the locker room, bro. Y'all niggas gotta get me out of here. Y'all gotta get him or me out of here, bro. Like we not gonna make it.
Either send him to pop or he about to get popped.
Like a Muto above the rim.
Yeah.
He like what you call a white man can't jump.
Hey, the owner, owner
Going to my car.
Get my other gun. Shoot all y'all asses.
Ownership would have to call the emergency meeting. Look, hey, we about to trade somebody. We need to see who going.
Breaking news.
Because
Jordan Poole comes locker room with a pistol, Glock 19.
I'm telling you, but that dog, you got to realize how you hit that man, bro, and the world seeing that.
Yeah, that's the part. Because this has
In my
happened
mind,
before.
I would be like, you didn't even care about my well being, nigga.
Because Jordan punched
Because
Steve Kerr.
let's say he did, that's real. But let's say he hit him and his head hit the ground. He got lucky to fall where he fell at to catch him. But let's say he hit him and he went straight to the ground. He just was asleep. His head would have hit that hard ass wood. You know what I'm saying? Let's say he had brain damage. Let's say he had a concussion and all that. Nah, bro. I would be thinking if I was
been trying to slide Jordan every chance he got.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Of course. They'd have had it. If I was Steve Kerr, they'd have to trade me. No, we going to Gonley's. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I love this franchise. But one of us got to go.
Hey, fam, no disrespect. But they would have got Steve Kerr smooth the fuck out.
First one.
I wouldn't have been tripping.
That's how you got to go, dog. That's how you got to go.
I'm a grown man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
But what do y'all say about the teammates that didn't do nothing? The
ain't got nothing to do with that.
leaders on the team.
That ain't got nothing
First
to do
off,
with
step back was turn. What the hell, bro, was gonna do?
Yeah.
I seen that tweet, man. Niggas trying to tie Steph. If it was LeBron instead of Steph, and he didn't do nothing, it would make national news. Steph back was turned. He didn't even see that.
All
Bro,
they was gonna do is grab him away. All they gonna do is grab him away. He ain't gonna try to sneak
Right, what he supposed to
Draymond.
Hey,
That's two
I'ma
grown
tell y'all
men,
now.
and they got a problem. But that was some suck ass shit to sneak him like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell y'all now. If y'all got into it, I'm just be like, hey.
Hey,
I ain't about to try to
That's
get
real.
between y'all.
Then on top of that,
You know what I'm saying?
Then on top of
I'm
that,
gonna have to let y'all have it. Because if one of y'all hit me, now we gotta fight.
exactly.
And I love y'all.
And if I was also Jordan Poole, I know you only apologizing because this made national news, and it makes you look like a bully. It's hurting your brand. You get what I'm saying?
I think he already apologized.
So now, fuck all that.
But damage is done.
Damage is done. Then on top of that, you apologizing because they say he felt super sorry after he did it right there when he did because you knew that fucked your money up. You know what I'm saying? You know you want some more money and all that type of shit there. And this kid is up for more money than me. Because let's just face it, Poole gonna get him his contract first before Draymond. Mm-hmm. I gotta secure the future. That's just how this shit working and shit. Now you, in a sense, if I was them, I would trade him. This shit, I would let it be known for every superstar that want to come play. This shit here, right here, will get your ass out of here.
but look, Smooth, in that instance, right? What's Draymond's real trade value? Like everybody around the league know that Draymond is really only valuable to the Golden State Warriors. It's not like if it's a Clay leave the Warriors and he goes somewhere else, he gonna average 25.
That's true.
That's a fact.
That
you
is
know
true.
what I'm saying? If Klay Thompson is getting 20 to 25 shots a game on another team and he ain't got to defer to nobody, he averaging 20 to 25 points a game. That's a fact.
Draymond a good, solid puzzle piece though.
But
because he'll facilitate the offense a little bit.
So let me ask it again. What is his trade value? What are people going to be willing to give up for a man that cannot give you no scoring? He's on the back end of his career. He can still give you some solid defense, but you ain't going to get nothing for Draymond.
At this point,
and this video leaking on top of that jeopardizes the signing because it's like, okay, what am I bringing into my locker room?
That's true. But at this point, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, the Warriors are in a great position with the players that they got coming up, and
Draymond going to the Lakers, dog.
I would probably trade him there.
He ain't gonna even help the Lakers.
The
Lakers
be honest. The old man.
Bron needs shooters. He don't need another motherfucker that can't shoot or can't create a shot.
Yeah,
that's real.
That's just honest. But
that's gonna mess him up on the court too, because now He already was known for getting texts and having tempers and all that. So it just add fuel to the fire. It's gonna be the smallest thing. You talk to the ref wrong. Beep.
Yep.
Tech.
And
I just asked how you was doing.
Tech.
Get him up out of here.
You too close.
You know why I trade him to? I'll trade his ass to the Kings. I'll send his ass off the dial.
Damn, the Kings.
That's why I sent him to. You know they got them teams to where, hey boy, you don't want to be traded there, boy. Your career ain't gonna be shit over there.
Hey,
You gonna
King
die
got a
over
young
there.
core. Watch out now.
I would
Watch
send
out.
him. Well, whichever trash team, I would send him there. That's why I would send him. Hey man, just
Send him to
you know
Utah.
what? Give me the bench player. I can take him on the trade. And let's make the money make sense because you got to make the money make sense. Yeah, give me two fifth round second round picks and give me that bench player and y'all can have that nigga, man. That's
And
how
this
I do.
leads
I
us into our
disrespect
vice
him.
column.
Hey, I disrespect him on the trade. And then when he come to the building, you know how the Jets had the door lock, that little me had the door lock on old boy. He couldn't get in. That's how I have him. He'll be trying to badge in, he can't get in. All this shit will be at the door.
I'll tell you what, man, just to wrap this thing up, I think that video didn't leak by accident.
Nah.
I'll just say that much. And I think the Golden State Warriors front office had a lot to do with that. Right? Because I think, just like y'all said, they have a young nucleus that's coming up, and those boys are going to be real contributors. But the fact is that Draymond is not as productive as he used to be, but he's so much ingratiated into the thread of what that team is. To just outright trade him or to just outright cut him will look crazy. And the fans will, it would be backlash for that. But with this leaking out, this would validate their reason for doing so and at least take away some of that blow. So, hey, man, we had to get rid of him. You see what he's doing in the locker room. So I just say that, right? Like, again, these type of fights happen in practice all the time. I think Steve Kerr said I've seen about 20 to 30 of these in my time. But I think it's a reason that this, especially the Golden State Warriors, tight-knit, fresh off a championship, it ain't no accidents happening. I feel like that video leaked for a reason. But we will see.
And then they say they're going to punish him, so I'm thinking they're going to suspend him 15 games.
It ain't going to matter.
Like that.
It's going to be in-house.
You know why?
It's going to be in-house, not NBA though, right?
You know why that matters? Because now you get to see if, what's his name? They
Kuminga?
No.
Kuminga
and Wiseman. See if they can run that pick and roll offense with Steph.
Yeah.
Because if it works, because they shooters, they can shoot that pill. You get what I'm saying? If it can work with them, hey Draymond, look, we have to come in with that second unit.
All right, man, we're going to keep this thing pushing. Last one of quick hits, and we cannot leave without discussing this. Deion Sanders, head coach of the Jackson State Tigers. I think it's Tigers is their logo, right? I think. Well, Jackson State, y'all know what I'm talking about. Recently played Alabama State in what was a very, very contentious game. It was some physical altercation before the game, and after the game, after Deion beat them, they come to midfield and go to shake hands, and Deion, go for the shake and the hug. Coach pushes him away as he's trying to, come in for the hug, and Deion, sitting there confused, like, what the hell going on, right? So this, of course, made the news, and it went crazy. But both of these coaches spoke on this altercation. I'm going to play Coach Jackson's thoughts on this thing first, since he's the one that initiated and then puts Deion away, and then I'm going to play Deion's response to what he had to say.
Well, I guess me being up front is just like, I thought it was a lot of disrespect the whole week. And so you're not going to be disrespectful the whole week in the media. We didn't talk in the pregame. I was out there the whole time at the 50-yard line. He walked through our whole our whole huddle on our end zone and came a long way around to get to his side of the field in the pregame. Thought that wasn't classy at all. And so in the postgame, I'm not about to give you the Obama bro hug. I'm going to shake your hand and I'm going to go on. I'm going to always be respectful and respect the game. You got the great guys, W.C. Gordons, Eddie G. Robinsons, those guys, Reno Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the SWAC. He ain't SWAC. I'm SWAC. He ain't SWAC. So he's in the conference and doing a great job. Can't knock that. Got a great team. Son should be up for the Heisman Trophy winner. I love Shador. Great player. I love what he's doing for the conference. Probably one of the best things we had since that Steve McNair when he was in there. Love all of that, but you're not going to come here and disrespect me and my team and my school and then want to bro hug me. Shake my hand and get the hell on. Period. You got the W. Great job. I hope he comes back next year. I pray he don't get a Power 5 job so we can play them next year in Jackson, and I pray they put us for their damn homecoming.
Damn.
Coach, would you describe it as, were you just trying to pull away from his handshake there?
Yeah, it was just pulling away. I mean, we handshaked and that was it. I mean, it ain't no need for no embrace. You know, we ain't friends. He ain't never called me. I ain't never called him. Great player. Everybody wanted to goddamn be prime time as a little kid. All right, great player, all of that. Played against him, got tons of respect for the guy. Doing a great job as a coach, but you can't do all that stuff all week. And then you come back, put your backup quarterback, and you want to run a hitch and go to try to put more points on the board. Shit's disrespect. Game was out of line. It was 26-12. 40 seconds left. We had no timeouts. Take a damn knee. You want to try to run a hitch and go. So we started blitzing. We're going to knock him out the game, too. And that's how we got to play it. I mean, it ain't no quarters given. So you want to do that, don't come with me and try to bro hug me like we friends. We ain't friends. You didn't shake my hand before the game. Why you shaking my hand after the game?
All right. That's what Coach Jackson had to say. And to that, Deion's response was this.
The static that did happen after this game today, is this further motivation for you and your team?
I don't need nobody to motivate me, dog. My mama working 2 jobs to make ends see each other was my motivation. You know, me being a great father, when one of my fathers was a drug addict, a drug addict, and my other father was an alcoholic, that was my motivation. Seeing no one really come out of Fort Myers, Florida, that was my motivation. This? Oh, baby, you gotta get in line. I wake up motivated. I wake up trying to bless somebody, inspire somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody, motivate somebody, get somebody to the next level. Yeah. And somebody had the audacity to sit up here and say what I ain't. Well, baby, I know what I am. And I am a whole lot of things that a lot of folks would like to be. Oh, Brian, breathe.
All right, thoughts on this whole altercation, man? Who was wrong? Who was right? Anybody have a point? What's your thoughts on it, man?
I want to know what else was said during the week, because he said some trash talking was going on throughout the week.
Man, I feel like it's even, man. I feel like it is what it is, bro.
I ain't see nothing wrong with
it's
the
war time. I don't see no wrong. You feel some type of way. He feels some type of way. Hey, it's war, baby. I feel disrespected. You feel disrespected. Let's go at it. I feel it.
I don't even see it was like that. Wasn't even really newsworthy to me.
Well, okay.
He wanted to embrace. He didn't.
Hey.
Cool.
And I feel the coach at the end of the game. You put your second QB in, and you still
trying to run it up. Game over.
Okay, well, you doing that? We gonna try to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? That's all sports. Hell, we didn't shit. If you didn't play high school ball, we all know that. You don't do shit like that. You put your second streamers in, and then y'all try to run it up some more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Of course the other team coach looking at his teammates like, all right, y'all can go hurt them boys.
That's like in the NBA.
That's just real.
Whenever it'll be game over, you already winning, and they come down real quick before the buzzer and dump.
Yeah,
you play to the whistle blow.
I feel that,
and
but
I feel that
it's sportsmanship.
That
part of the game.
Sportsmanship, goddamn it.
That's the type of shit I'm on. You don't want us to score? Stop us.
That's real. No, that's 1,000% right.
Stop
you know
us. I'm supposed to stop running my offense and running what plays I want to run, but because you get your ass beat.
And what's crazy is I'm looking at my second streamers like, hey, I didn't like how this wide receiver was running right. You better run them right. You want to start next week?
I want to see
I got you in.
I want to see if my second string can throw this route.
You understand me?
Nobody told you because 40 seconds is left that you had to stop playing defense. If that's the case, you need to throw in the white flag and say game over.
Hey,
just because shit legal don't make it right.
Hey, I feel it both ways.
That's all I'm saying.
But I'm a gladiator.
Because this would happen if your team would have picked the ball off with 40 seconds left and ran into the end zone and then kicked the onside kick and got the ball back and then scored again. Then what? Oh, that wasn't disrespectful. He just did a stupid play.
Exactly.
He shouldn't have thrown the ball.
Exactly. So I'm 1,000% on the villain side, Jimmy. Whoever they call the villain, that's on that.
It shouldn't have been news. Period.
And the fact that I seen it from a different angle when the handshake went in, he shook his hand. He just ain't want to embrace Deion Sanders. And Deion got mad because of that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
You want to push my arm off because I don't want to embrace you?
Uh-oh, I done found
And then when Deion walked through, he walked through the whole team.
Let me don't give too much. We gonna play it. I found a clip of Deion walking in the pregame. There was some things being said.
I didn't
I got you.
Damn, that shit loud.
And you know how I seen when I seen that? You know how I seen it? How I took it? That side they ready for war. Motherfucker, what you doing over here with this Jacksonville? We don't give a fuck if you prime time, you Hall of Famer, all this, what you bringing over here. Motherfucker is what? You know what I'm saying? You on our side, motherfucker, you gonna get what come with that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, on the other side, I'm with Prime running up the scope.
Yeah.
It's war, baby. And I heard what y'all saying. I'm all, what this fuck nigga doing over here? Okay.
Right.
This fuck nigga about to run the score up. You know, I went both sides of this shit, man. Hey, and we too weak, dog. Black, no, it should be, man, fuck all that sportsmanship shit. You know what I'm saying? I be watching Tom Brady. They be calling this man a cheater and all this shit, and all, which I don't believe.
Because he is.
Right? That's how a nigga think, right? How anybody think about it. Are they taking any rings from him? When he lead a game, they gonna have to say.
Talking about Tom Brady.
Hey,
talking about this.
When he lead a game, they gonna have to say he's the greatest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the cheating shit, regardless of the scam. So I'm with the war. Whatever it takes to win, we gonna hey, bring it back to the team. I don't care how you do it. That's how I'm with it. So hey, I agree with both sides. He went on their side. Hey, he was being respectful, walking behind the shit. You know what I'm saying? But you got the other jersey on, player. You don't do that.
What you
knew you shouldn't have been on my side. And if I was a coach, I'd have said, "Hey, Dion, you got to get on the other side."
You know what I'm saying?
That's not your side of the field. Get on the other side. We can meet at midfield, and that's what it is.
And then when he got his side, he told his players, "Hey, they was saying fuck me. They was saying fuck Jacksonville. What we gonna do about it?"
Jackson State.
Jackson State. I'm sorry, Jackson State. What we gonna do about it?
You
And
do
then
things to
bam,
hype
you
your
seen what
team.
happened.
You do things to hype your team up before the game.
And that's what he did.
And that's exactly what happened. And that's why they still was fighting before the game started. And that's
they lost, so it stunk a little
Dion
bit.
can't get mad because he ain't embrace him. You did what you did, so he said, "Okay, fuck it. I'm just not going." Instead, he should have slid him like Draymond did. He should have went in.
Boy, that boy would have hit Prime and that right there, he'd have died.
You want to talk about not sportsmanship? No, that's not sportsmanship.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. I think, both sides make valid points, but I also think that it just looks bad for the SWAC. It looks bad for us as a people, just in general, in terms of how we handled it, man. We got to be a little more professional than that. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, like we are. I think both of them is fighting for the same thing at the end of the day, and that's to bring attention to the SWAC, and that's to get those players that are down there who got overlooked by the Power Fives and all of that a real chance to make it to the league. But this right here just proves the dysfunction that always takes place whenever it's us.
That's happened with other coaches. It's happened with Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin and shit. It's just not exposed like that on the media that much. I mean, it actually is though.
But again, those coaches are already at Power 5 programs. Those coaches are already sending multiple players to the league every year. Like as far as dominating, recruiting, all of that. Like so, they have room to do that. We don't. We trying to build this SWAC up to get to where they are, and this ain't helping that. That's all I'm saying. But in terms of whether both of them have valid points to be mad, hell yeah, they do. Yeah, both of them. Solid. You know what I'm saying? But I just hated how this played out. That's all I'm saying. But we ain't gonna touch on it too long, man. Prayers to all parties involved. We're gonna keep it pushing to the advice column. All right, man. The first one is from Miss Isabel, Patreon. All right, she says a 26-year-old man requires any woman he dates to work out a minimum of 6 hours per week. If not, he will restart the dating process and reevaluate the relationship. Is he wrong for those thoughts?
His thoughts is his thoughts. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants.
His preference is his preference.
His standards.
But he can't be mad when a woman don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Right. That's it.
Right. If he can't find a woman, he can't be, these women don't want to work out 6 hours a day. Nah, you can't say that.
It's 6 hours a week.
6 hours a week. Day, week, month. Give a damn. And niggas get on there and be like, I don't mean to say niggas. Men get on here and be like, these women don't want to work out. Only got a standard just working out 6 hours a week. No.
6 hours a week.
Come on, fam.
I mean, it's not that bad.
To who? Some people get to work out in 2 hours and work out in 3 days, just 3 days a week. I can get a workout in 45 minutes.
I'm with you.
My thoughts on the situation is I think the man's entitled to feel like what he want to feel like, you know, and if you don't like his rules or his requirements, go date somebody else. I mean, it's just simple as that to me. I think people spend way too much energy trying to adjust other people's requirements to fit me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that aspect. Again, puzzle piece theory is very important to me. Compatibility. When I meet somebody, do I fit like a puzzle piece in your life, and vice versa? If yes, let's move forward. Let's do our thing. If not, you do you, I do me. No harm, no foul. Salute, wish you the best, and I'm on to something else. But you know, in terms of trying to beat the man down for his preference, you know, it's counterproductive. The same way that men trying to beat women down for their preference. I mean, I need a man to make this amount of money. I need a man to do this. Need a man to da da da. Yeah, you can try to beat her down for her preference, but that's gonna be wasted energy. Energy you could have spent going to find somebody who actually accepts what you make. So that's my thoughts on it. But in terms of him requiring his woman to work out, I definitely agree with that. I definitely see that vision because again, men want their woman to look a certain way, and also men want their woman to be confident in themselves, just like we spoke about earlier. When women get to gaining weight and stop looking how they used to look, their confidence drops, and you feel it as a man in that relationship. You do. So, you know, to avoid that, you working out every week. You know, the hours varies. Again, it depends on whatever, but you working out weekly is important.
And I get to keep you here longer. You don't have, it's less chance that you'll have different diseases.
When we say
cardiovascular disease.
When we say puzzle piece, we talking about like, what if you got to just give it a little smash with your fist to fit it in there? This motherfucker going there.
I got to bend that little top part just a little. Hell nah. That's hell nah. Cause yeah, that ain't how the puzzle piece was sold, baby. We gonna fit it how it's sold. But we gonna keep this thing moving, man. Last one of the day. This is from King Gully, Patreon. Dog out of his applause, my bad. He say, Wagwan.
Goddamn me, Wagwan.
He said, I disagree with something Otis said in episode 113.
Good.
When he said, you can't tell a woman he just looking for sex even though she has medium interest. As a matter of fact, he can and should, because that's how he is going to know if she's interested in him or not, by flirting and being sexual, because sexual attraction is where it starts. Plus, when he is being honest about what his program or game plan is, and she hits him with the quote unquote, is sex all you looking for? Or quote unquote, I thought we was just friends and going out to eat. Or quote unquote, I need the time to get to know you. She's running game typically. And she's either an attention whore, looking for a sucker, or a trick to pay her bills. So by you being honest about your intentions to have sex, you can figure out what game she is running. And if she doesn't want to do what to do is trying to play games with your time, energy, or finesse. Cut the date respectfully and charge it to the game. Move around. Plus, I don't like that out of a woman's league thing, which is what Kenny says a lot, because at the end of the day, women seek a man for marriage, his sperm for children, leadership, and guidance, and to be molded. Now, a lazy bum of a man or weak male is out of a woman's league. Apologies for the long text. I'm Keish Yardy, Gaming Nation, by the way. I came on your live one time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Salute the bro. Mm-hmm. I'd love to come on more, but I'll be working. So, you have a rebuttal as to what he said?
Say that beginning part again. What he said I said?
He says, I disagree with something Otis said in episode 113 when he said, you can't tell a woman that you're just looking for sex as a man, even though she has medium interest.
So, what I meant by that was, is basically because of how women are, not that you can't, but because how women are just, how it comes off a lot of times. We have to be very tactful and strategic in if that's what you want. Can you just say, I just want to have sex, or I just want to? Yes, absolutely. But when you really when you have a mission, if you trying to have sex with her, for the most part, your odds are not going to be in your favor unless you tactful with it, or unless you you know what I'm saying, got to weigh with your words. You got to get the gab. Like outside of that, it's not too many times where you can just say, this is what I'm gonna do, unless you were like a celebrity and you just super well known. Like outside of that, that's not gonna happen. Because like we talk about all the time, women like to be mentally stimulated and things like that. So you can't just say, I want to fuck, I want to have sex with you off the rip. Like intro conversation. No, that's not happening. Even the women on the live said that. They just the other day they was talking about that. Like, no, you got to be tactful in some kind of way if you want your success rate to be high. That's just what it is.
Kenny, he said he don't believe in that out of your league thing. He says, you know, there ain't no woman that's out of a man's league unless she's doing worse than him.
Is he gonna shoot at Rihanna? Does he believe he has a fighting chance at Rihanna? Does he?
A chance is a chance.
Does he believe? Would he take that chance knowingly?
Sometimes you gotta.
People know these things, dog. Come on, man. Come on, dog. We know these things, and it's not to say that you just less than that person. It's just what it is. They better off doing certain things and a certain lifestyle that you can't afford to give them. That is out of your league. You can't provide that side of the bill. It's not gonna work.
She already providing her lifestyle.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to add my love.
You can't. There's nothing you can benefit to her. Nothing you. Come on now. You can't lead her in any way. You can't tell her nothing new that she didn't done. She got her own business, make her own bread,
billionaire,
do her own thing. You got to work every day. She don't. Certain women you just don't shoot at. Some women just looks aside. You just don't fit the bill. That's not a bad thing that you out of somebody's league. I don't know why people have such a negative connotation to it. You just out of that league. Move on. Find somebody that's within your league.
I'm with you.
Or am I wrong on that? I mean,
I'm with you.
You could be good at basketball, but you just not as good as the NBA players. You not in that league.
You just didn't get the right opportunity.
You just you had the opportunity. You just ain't good enough. This is a fact. You didn't play football. You star, you star high school football player. You got there and they was dominating your ass. You wasn't good enough to go to the next league. It is what it is.
That day.
Come on, man.
Had off day.
Niggas put 50 on you at the trials. Come on, dog.
I can't use sports as an analogy. I don't know what else to say, man. If y'all believe that women are not no woman is out of a man's league, then I guess
you got to get the gas.
You heard them boys say it on the live. Out of a man's league.
Yeah, okay.
That's a woman. She could never be out of a man's league. It don't matter how much money he making. Mm-hmm. When I met my wife, I was broke.
Yeah.
Living with her on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
She held me down. But for you to feel like a woman is out of your league, if I felt like that, me and my wife wouldn't be together.
Mm-hmm. There's exceptions to certain rules.
Say what, man?
So she dated down.
Yeah. There's exceptions and rules.
And obviously she was out of his league. They just happened to meet in the middle.
But see, I had the potential, so after we got married, I got a job now. I'm making more money than her.
Yeah.
So who's really out of the league?
Before then that you shot at that didn't give you that shot? And you knew why. You knew why.
I'm just saying what the man told me.
I can't provide nothing for her but a couch with a hot PlayStation. Still smoking. Ain't no fucking way. I guess. I don't know. Women are just beneath men, regardless of whatever it is.
Regardless. But prayers to all parties involved, man. We're going to keep this thing moving. We're going to wrap this thing up, get up out of here, man. Y'all boys got any last thoughts before we go? I know O ready to go to sleep at the club. You understand me? All of those good things.
Shit, we gonna make it.
I drank plenty of water.
Okay.
Today.
Oh, wow.
You should have drunk some coffee, nigga. We ain't say get drunk. We said fall asleep.
I said water.
Yeah, you should have drunk coffee instead of water.
Nah,
stay up.
I'm good. Don't worry about me.
Hey, but see how it is, huh?
Who taking me? That's all we need.
Oh, my God. All right, man.
Who I ride with?
You ain't ride with me. Clean your ass right there.
But yeah, on that note, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Salute to B-Box, salute to the plug, man. We appreciate everything that y'all do for the community. Salute to Crusader Nation, man. We appreciate all the love we've been getting on the lives. Everybody that been posting beatbox and tagging us, man, it's love. We appreciate that. We love that. So keep on doing that. All those leaves in the chat when we on all these other panels, y'all keep on doing that. We love that. You know what I'm saying? This is a family we building. Crusader Nation. We got brand new merch coming, brand new content coming. It's love, man. Just keep on rocking with us, man, and we gonna keep on building and we gonna keep on growing, bro. And on that note, we out of here.
She was just there for the season.